listening. People saying, let's correct the offensive line by fixing the center. We'll talk about that. Bringing that to the house. Man. We go talk that talk that talk. Boss, the Cowboy. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Man. Queuing up the show, getting ready to talk to the people. Go have some fun. It's another one. It's another one. Yes. Can't wait to see my people. Talk this ball. Let's go. Man. Talk about this best five. Man. Football is back. Break time is over. Like that Clover. Man. Trying to see Hover when I go. See the Lord. Boys don't understand and unless you from a boulevard. Yeah. That boss cowboy. These boys don't understand and act like toys and kids when it come down to the boy, these boys don't feel me. Man, we finna talk about how to repair the center. And we taking calls. And we taking calls. Coming out the gate, taking calls. Yes. Yes. Yeah, man. Talking about that center. Everybody wanna talk about center. We gonna talk about it. We gonna talk about it. Yes, indeed. We gonna talk about it. Y'all hear me? Yeah. All right. Let's see who in the building. This is another unexpected show. So we putting in a lot of overtime. As y'all can see, break time is over. Dale, he said, what's up? Douglas, he said, boss. Zoom. He said, the only man with the measurement cup. Salute, boss. Salute, my friend. Yeah, man, we getting ready to talk. Freestyle King. Yeah, man. Texas freestyle. Yeah. We gonna open up them phone lines. Y'all get ready. Y'all get ready. I'm gonna put the number up so y'all can call in today. Your voice getting ready to matter a lot today. No doubt. So yeah, we gonna be throwing up that phone line today. We'll give y'all a chance to call on in. We gonna talk. We'll sit our feet up. We'll take all these issues that's going on. It's gonna be a good one. It's one of those shows it's gonna do good tomorrow. People go wake up, they're gonna be like, man. Cause I'm gonna really go into center. I think the center position is a little bit, it takes some thought. It's not easy. We'll go tackle it. And guess what? show a little bit the Boss Cowboys guide today. We gonna get into the book. Sometimes it's good to go back and review, man. We gonna review. We gonna go do a little review.
Get up quick, then we hit lick till it's all out. I hate my job, I'ma call out. Boss on myself, job out. I'm a recruiter, high percentage shooters,
got it ready to go.
Some people just try for the losers. Watch for the jackets at night, they be cruising. I can put together. AR Kinston my hitters be tougher than leather. Can't nobody do it better. Glock 9 with the FN. Step in with my best friends. Best friend Smith and West End. If you miss 6, still catch 10. Ball out, ball out. Stall out. Pulling up outside the y'all house. Empty till we all out. I got the juice and I'm crazy. If you not a killer, don't say hit squad ain't nothing to play.
There we go.
Undertaker and a grave big. Best man like JP. When you in the paint, gotta play big. Hitters ignorant like cavemen. Went from good fellas to
what's good, boss? What's good, JP? Getting ready to talk some ball, man.
Ball out, get called out.
We'll get into some facts. We'll talk some talk. Make it happen.
We about to take them all out. Ball out, ball out. Me and my hitters go all out. Me and my hitters go all out. We about to take them all out. Ball out, ball out. Me and my hitters go all out. Ball out, ball out. We about to take them all out. Ball out, ball out. Me and my hitters go all out. Me and my hitters go all out. We about to take them all out.
Welcome to Boss Cowboys Sports, where your voice matters. We definitely getting ready to get into some business because I've been hearing a talk, and there's some theories that's floating around, and we want to talk about it. We want to talk about correcting center to create the best 5 linemen for the Dallas Cowboys. Because that's something that people believe. So I'm going to get into that and we go talk about it. So first, I did promise the first thing we was going to do is take calls. So we got the call line open right now. Y'all come on in the house, have a seat. Let's call in and let's talk. We'll talk about some of this stuff. My boy Philip, he said, "What's good, boss?" Yeah, what's good, brother? A lot of people coming in saying, what's up, everybody? So, JP, Jeffrey, we got the call line open. If y'all don't want to call in, I'm going to go ahead and start talking about some of this content. But obviously, your voice matters. So we can slow down and we can talk. We can hear your voice. Excuse me. Oof. And then Philip, he said, "What's up, boss?" So, yeah, man, y'all ain't calling in, but if y'all do, I keep that call line open. So if y'all need the number, it's sitting here. It's 941-940-4171. So, obviously, it's some people that believe that the way to fix the offensive line is to fix the center position. And let's talk about it, because obviously our starting center is Tyler, right? And so Tyler started off bad. Like, he didn't have the ideal start. He came out very rocky. And so when we talking about, fixing the offensive line, a lot of people often ask me and the OC, they say, well, if y'all serious about fixing the offensive line, why don't y'all address the center position? And so I always, return that question with a question, okay? And I say, how do you do that? How do you do it? That's the key. How do you do it? So, and usually what you see when you ask them, okay, you saying you putting it on us to say how to fix it, Won't you tell us how to fix it? And the first thing that obviously people talk about is the next best person with the experience, right? And that's obviously our guy, McGovern. Okay. And he's steady, very steady. So, I mean, very steady. Everywhere you've put him, he's been at worst decent. He's been at best good and serviceable everywhere. Fullback, left guard, right guard, wherever you put him, he finds a way. Almost like a guy you would call just a raw football player. So let me first address some people that's coming in the building. My boy Will said cross train. Yeah, absolutely. I definitely agree with cross train, right? For sure. I think that's what you got to do. John said, "What's up, man? What's going on, John?" But going back to what we was talking about how to fix center, right? Because people saying, okay, center is the liability position. Center is the position that if you can fix that, there's no need to even look at Connor Williams. That is the true belief. People are really believing that, and that's okay because, you know, people have different ideas of how to fix the Cowboys, and that's what we all here to do is talk about those things. So when you're looking at it, McGovern as the solution, this is the one thing I think we have to keep in mind, okay, just to try to think this all the way through together. The one thing we have to keep in mind, and let me first say it like this. Some people will say, well, boss, you're trying to overreach. You're overreaching with your idea of having Lael play left guard because he hasn't played it since 2015. You should focus on center. But then let's think about it. Arden, that's what we're also asking of McGovern. Think about that. So people are saying a guy who have not played competitive center since Penn State, right around the same time, 2015, they're saying that's the solution. So this is the issue with plugging him in as center. Okay. First of all, when you plug him in as center, you have not trained him to play center. He didn't get a lot of reps, hardly any in this training camp at the center position. They tried it with Connor Williams. And so when you think about it, and let's all take our time and let's go through this together. When you think about it, Connor Williams was tried at that position. And do y'all remember those high snaps and wild snaps that was in preseason? That's when you have an idea that doesn't match reality. But at least you was able to see it early, which makes them now know not to put him at center. Or if you put him at center, you know you running a risk of missed time snaps and issues putting the ball on the ground. Do you want that right now? So people that saying, okay, just plug him in. Just, plug in McGovern. It's going to work out. My question is, what is that faith based on? Because it's definitely not based on evidence. And so that's why I'm very reluctant to even consider switching out McGovern for Tyler. As much as I know McGovern finds a way to get it done. I'm just being all the way honest. He finds a way to get it done. He's a man's man. He's a true professional. He's always ready. He's a lunch pail guy. He does his thing. But the guy that touches the ball the most, even more than your quarterback, is your center. Okay? So think about it. The positions that touch the ball or affect the ball the most are the most important positions. Tackle, protect the quarterback who touches the ball. Both of them are paid because they protect the person who touches the ball. The quarterback is super important because he touches the ball. And then also very important is the center, because the ball is the center point and key point of the game. And I like this idea. See, Dale, I like this idea. See, this is talking football right here. Dale said get a backup center from free agency. That is more to me logical than what we're trying to do right now or considering doing. That is more logical, Dale, to consider actually getting a guy that actually has starter NFL experience at the center position, somebody that had to make the calls and do all the things that a center is going to do at that high level and in the trenches. To me, that would be more ideal. Even like a Looney. Like, I don't know where he is. I haven't done research on even if he's available. I'm just threw out a name. But I'm just saying, Dale, that's an excellent idea. Special K in the building. He said, what up, fam? What up, G? So we just talking about and trying to reason out the top 5 because people have been asking and they think the idea of to create a better offensive line is to just bench Tyler. And I'm just being honest. I say no and not now. Okay, no and not now. And I'm gonna tell you why as well. So when you're dealing with McGovern, I really thought this through. I'm serious. The OC not gonna be with us today. So with McGovern, you do want to try it in a game environment, but you really want to do that. To me, and I'm being all the way honest, you want to stop. That door is only for emergency use only. I want y'all to really understand what I'm saying on that. To actually put McGovern in at center would have to mean Tyler fell all the way off a cliff. That's how bad it would have to be. Yeah, so somebody just came in with a good comment. I appreciate that. Thank you. I want to get your comment in here because you helped me out on that. I haven't confirmed this quote, but it's a good thought if it's true. He said Looney was signed by New York before he retired. We would have to trade it for him if he came back. Yeah. So, but I haven't sifted through free agency on center, but to me, that would be better than, in my opinion, than to try to go even for McGovern, because there's no knock on McGovern. I'm gonna say that again for those who might be coming in late. It's not a knock on his ability, is because he has succeeded everywhere he's touched. If it's anybody that I would trust to make the transition, just because I think he is that serious of a professional and steady, lunch pail, strong player, it would be McGovern, but not now. And then on top of that, we just talking ball, y'all. I'm just giving y'all my mind, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take some calls. Okay, then we can talk about Dak. I see somebody want to talk about that. We can talk about that. But I just want to say this one thing about our guy Tyler. Sometimes we forget, because remember, he was one of the highest graded centers last year. Now, it wasn't a big sample of games, but as he was playing, his name was put in there with some of the best, right? Even around the entire league, he was definitely trending in a very, very strong place. So it's one of those things. The OC always says this. I haven't researched this enough to just have the conviction that he does, but he felt like his lower leg injury is causing him problems. My question is he healing through it? Because if he's healing through it, then yeah, be patient. Let him, naturally get his legs back, which is go bring the player back that we was all excited for last year. So I just want to address this question, because a lot of people are asking us and have this belief that correcting center is the real way to create the best 5. Yeah, first of all, you can't do it unless you're going to have blind faith in Connor McGovern, because we have not tested it. Okay, we have not tested it. So I'm gonna take some calls real quick. We go open up the phone lines again, and then if y'all want to talk, we can talk. If not, then I'm gonna just continue on. All right. So Just to put the number up, if anybody want to call in. I know Sadiq was trying to call in yesterday, and somebody stole it. But you can call in at 941-940-4171. That'll be best way to get in the show, and we can definitely talk some ball. So if not, I'm going to get right back to what I was talking about. So I'm going to give y'all a couple of more seconds. My boy Keystone, I'm going to get you coming in here, man. I feel what you're saying, and I'm going to get you, Jessica. She said, not that one, Keystone. He said, we still should draft a center. Yeah. Yeah. And Keystone, you can call in, bro. You can call in, man, if you want to. I just put the number up there, and it should be working, man, because that's the number that they listing. It's different from the number from yesterday. I don't know what's going on with my phone system, but that's what it's doing. But it's 941-940-4171. Make sure you put a 1 in front of it, and then I'll be able to take your call. If not, I'm gonna take y'all chats, and we'll talk about what y'all chatting about. But I'm gonna take you, Jessica, real quick, and definitely I agree with you, Keystone, on the center. My boy say, hold on, what Jersey say? He say, hold on real quick. My boy say, boss, what it do? What's up, brother? Hold on real quick, Shannon. I want to get Shannon coming in here. He said, Shannon said, boss, I've been rocking with your idea of playing Lyle at guard, but I get upset because I want to see McGovern on the field. Okay, let me keep reading. Because I want to see McGovern on. At what point does McGovern become a starter for us? That's a very hard question, man, because almost like Curse. Okay, so Curse was in Minnesota, and he couldn't get on the field because Harris was in front of him and Smith, and he was a good player. Everybody see he's a good player, but sometimes you are a good player in a deep room, and it doesn't allow you to get the opportunities that you really deserve. It's the sad reality of football. Somebody like McGovern on another team would have been starting 2 years by now, right? Just being all the way honest with you. He hasn't made mistakes. I mean, obviously he's imperfect. He played good. He made mistakes, but I'm saying he plays overall good. You'll give him some negatives on some of the specific plays, but he's pretty much going to get his block, and he's a my boy OC call him a road grade, you know. So it's one of those things, Shannon, that life ain't fair, man. Just being all the way honest. And now you got a situation where you got extreme talent sitting out there, extreme talent. So this is what I want, and I don't want any of us to do. Please, let's not demote Liel to the point to where we forget he was the one sitting in the green room. Meaning they was looking to draft him in the first round until his girlfriend, had that tragic accident, and they was looking at him. So McGovern wasn't a green room guy. Connor Williams wasn't a green room guy. The only guy that was a green room guy was our guy, Lyle. So before what happened with Steele, it would have been a no-brainer, because a lot of people, they keep saying Connor Williams, he's not playing bad. He's not playing bad. But they always leave out those penalties. That's a part of the game as well that you can't cherry pick out of the Kool-Aid. You got to have measured Kool-Aid or you playing. You got to be all the way honest with the full assessment. So, Jessica, I'm getting ready to give you the number. I want to hear from you. Because let me see. Here it is. 941-940-4171. Yeah, Jessica. Call on in. I'm looking for it. Okay. My boy Tavis say, can't tell Voch that. Yeah, Voch, he admittedly said it gets him upset, The ideal itself gets him upset, and it's one of those things to where if you really believe your idea, yeah, sometimes you can be passionate about it, you know, because it was bad ideas like Connor Williams remaining at left guard gets me upset. So it's one of those things to where it's a no-brainer to me that Liel was always a better upgraded option to Connor Williams. Because if Connor Williams was the answer, why did we keep drafting? Why we keep searching around? It ain't that hard to me. Like, now it's one of those things to where, now, you know, you give guys time to develop, but this your four, man. It's your four. So, like, we still dealing with, you know, losing on the bull rush. You know, and you decent. Yeah, he's decent. He's good, actually. You know, but no, man. We not finna go with good when we can have great. Liel got great upside. Liel has great upside. And it wouldn't take 4 years for him to reach it. It would take him probably, you know, 7 games as a vet at this point. It could take him about 7 games. He gonna be thrashing. It's gonna be like Thor. And let's not act like that's hard. It's not hard. But hey, I don't see this phone ringing, man. I don't know what's going on with my phone. But it's the number that's sitting here. Let me click on it real quick and make sure. Yeah. I don't know, man. So listen, man, I'm gonna keep talking. I'm sorry. Jessica says it's not letting you call in. Listen, Jessica, I don't know. Y'all give me one day to figure that out. Y'all give me one day to figure that out. I really plan. Hold on real quick. I can get y'all on the phone though. Let me see if it's another way. Okay, y'all give me 1 second. Man, I really, really, really wanted to take these calls today. Y'all give me 1 second. Let me think. The only thing I can say is DM me your phone number to Boss Cowboy Sports and I will call you. We can do it that way. So Keystone, DM me your number. Oh, she said it went away. She didn't get it. Okay. It's 941-940-4171. And I like this comment. This is a real good comment. Jessica, I don't see it ringing. I don't know it. It might be tripping. Because it was tripping yesterday. But anyway. I'm sorry about that, y'all. I'm going to go ahead and get to the content. And I'm going to take some of your responses. We'll just kind of do it that way. But Laurel, he said, if you're not going to re-sign C. Williams, it's time to see what Collins can offer at left guard. Right. Because, Laurel, you're right. The writing is on the wall. The writing is on the wall. You know, it's obvious. You got McGovern sitting behind you. We drafted somebody, obviously in the late rounds, but we gonna let them develop, who was also a center / guard. Now you have Lee L practicing both. Bro, you're not coming back. Come on now. That's the truth. If we said anything else, oh, there it is. There it is. All right. Boss Cowboy Sports. Your voice matters.
Hey, boss.
What's up, Jessica? What's up? Man, talk to your boy.
I'm like this. I don't want Cooper Rush because he's trash. Dak is fine. I just know Dak is fine. I'm praying for him about the loss of his grandmother. Yeah. See, I don't have any grandparents, so I know that's probably messing with him. But I know he's a strong person. He's not a punk.
No.
I mean, God has been so good to every player on this team.
Yeah.
Everyone that has went out with an injury, or people say it was going to be a season injury. First, they talked about his ankle wasn't going to be no good.
Ooh.
Second, they talked about the shoulder wasn't going to be no good.
Ooh.
Now that he had tightness in his calf, they want to say, oh, he ain't playing, but he went on to play. Now, if he wasn't going to play, why he don't play?
Man, I'm
So
with you.
all of these, I'm glad the coach is not letting people in, because these people are messy. They want to keep our boys down. They don't want to see Dak succeed. They don't want to see this team succeed. They talking about this team. They 5-1. They talking about, oh, they ain't this, they ain't that. Oh, when the other players come back, we ain't gonna be nothing. That's a lie. All these players are on the same page. They are locked all the way in, and it is time for us to go get 6-1 and keep on going. These boys are not thinking that they have arrived. They know it's more football to play. So all this talking about, oh, they ain't gonna do this. Oh, they too cocky. They too this. No, they not. They are humble. They know it's more football to play, and they are hungry, and they want the big show. They want to get to the big show, and to get to the big show, you have to expedite every game you play. You play to win the game. You don't go out there to play to lose. They going to play to win the game.
Ooh, you got me. You know what? You the Michael Irvin of call-ins. That's what you are. Your energy is terrific. Keep talking, please. What else you want to say?
The reason why I am so passionate about my Cowboys and about these kids, young kids, because, see, I know how it is for people to count you out and say that you ain't going to be nothing, you ain't going to never be nobody, you going to have a house full of children, and ain't no man going to want to marry you. I am 44 years old, and God has blessed me not to end up pregnant with no kids. I still have no children. I am waiting on my Bozar. I'm waiting on God to send me my husband so I can bless my husband with the children he desires. But I am not out here trying to do anything to hinder what God's plan is for me. So those boys, God has a plan for them. They say, God ain't in this, God is in everybody's life. You don't believe in God, that's on you. But God is over everybody. We wouldn't be here if it wasn't for God. He created us in his own image. I know a lot of people don't like to talk about that. They don't want to connect it with sports. But God is who gave them their talent. God is who blessed them to get in the NFL and play for the Dallas Cowboys. Not everybody's playing for the Dallas Cowboys or all the other NFL teams. A lot of people didn't make it there. But those that have made it, they are seeking to get to the big show. And it's our time. I've seen this. When I was down, when they lost and didn't get there, I seen a vision. It was like I was inside of the Star at the AT&T Stadium in the middle, standing on the middle of the blue star. And I've never been inside of the AT&T Stadium. And that is my desire, to get to a game one day before I leave this earth. But I believe in my team. I back my team, and I know they can do it. My daddy is gone on. He was a Dallas Cowboy. And when I was a little girl, 5 years old, with that Dallas Cowboy football in my hand, I loved it, that football. I loved it playing football with my boy cousins. But the Dallas Cowboys, my team.
Man, girl, that was awesome. I loved it. Listen, this is why we say your voice matter. Because, see, you can see Jessica's face, but it's something about her in your voice. Let me talk about some of the stuff that you brought up, because I want to talk about that quarterback. Listen in, and I'm going to open back up the phone lines, but I loved it. Thank you, Jessica, for the call.
You're welcome.
Woo, that was fire. Man, that was Michael Irvin style right there. Ooh, man, that was good. Girl, got me chills over here, man. I think I felt the anointing or something. Girl, call back in. I'm gonna have a tithe for you. Woo, man, that's the girl. She got me fired up, bro. Thank you, Jessica. Man, woo. All right, man. Listen, let me take some of these comments. But what I wanted to talk about was some of the stuff that she said with the quarterback. Like, is Dak going to play? Yes, I'm almost certain. Even if Dak is hurt, he gonna play. Dak is gonna go on that field, y'all. I'm just telling you, Dak is what it is. He wired that way. He is going. And you can win with Dak on a bad leg. So what Kellen would have to do and the weapons, they would have to know that this is going to be a game management situation. That's what it is. It's going to be a game management situation. And with a game management situation, you just safe throws. Put the ball in Zeke and Pollard's stomach. Safe throws all day. Slow the game down. That's what you do if Dak got a bad leg. Dak got to play. And I want him to play, even if he's not 100%. Man, come on, man. Like Brent Favre and Romo, they wrote the book on toughness. That's just what it's called for. I'm not even now, man. He playing. And let's just say that he didn't play. I'm going to address that. Let's say if he didn't play. So if he didn't play, I'm cool with Cooper Rush. I know he's not a good quarterback, but I think it's so much around him that Kellen Moore, if you're so much worth your head coach salt, even Rush should be able to distribute to a massive amount of weapons that we have. Period. So, no excuses. Even if it's Cooper Rush. Man, we getting this dub. And that's the standard. Because remember when Jason Garrett had to play for Aikman? None of us took off the standard. It was like, yep, Garrett, well, you got to go. You got all these first-round weapons. Harper was a first-round weapon. Kevin Williams was a first-round weapon. And then you had Michael Irvin. That's all first. We don't feel sorry for you. It's a privilege, Cooper Rush. Do your job. Do your job. Shoot. We gave you the world. What? Man, throw some screens. Hand the ball off. So, no, we still winning. Dak or no Dak. We winning, but Dak will play. That's the answer to that. All right, I'm opening up the phone lines because that was fun. Jessica, she got me crunk. Oh, my God. So, hold on. Sadiqa in the building. Sadiqa, I'm finna put up this phone line. You better call in. They gonna take your spot. I want to hear from you, too. Because you didn't get yours yesterday. 941-940-4171. Come on, Sadiq. Come on. And I've been saying Lyle. I've been saying it right. Hold on real quick. Let me see if y'all being messy. I'm gonna see you funny. Hold on, see. Let me show y'all see coming. Hold on, quick. Let me make sure I don't miss the Deco call. There it is. Boss Cowboys Sports. Your voice matters. Let's go.
Yes, sir.
It's Pat. What's up? Who is this?
You know who it is.
It sound like
Big
Pastor.
Time Show.
Okay, what's up? What's up, Douglas with the Big Time Show? What's up?
What's going on, man?
So you heard my dialogue about center.
You want me to jump on?
Whichever one you want. You feeling froggy?
Start off by let me go ahead and get it a little hot in here.
All right, let's go.
Here's my argument, boss.
All right.
And by the way, you've done an outstanding job with your best five approach, and many other fellow podcasters have done it, and I even halfway did it myself in my show. But we've had opportunities in years past to have the best five. And what they have shown me is that they're more loyal to the second round pick of Connor Williams other than putting the best five out there. Case in point. Everybody knows Connor Williams was not good. Sula Fulo was better than Connor Williams. They didn't put him out there. Joe Looney was better. They didn't put him out there. And even to this day, since you just said, earlier, or the argument is now that Collins is obviously probably a better guard than Connor Williams. Probably he is. And made the move. I know he plays right tackle. I give it that. But they're more loyal to proving people wrong. They've heard the news saying that Connor Williams is horrible. They tried to stick with him the whole way through, but in years past, you didn't put the best five out there, in my opinion. So I don't know about this best five because they are stubborn with the pick. Connor Williams has been, I just named two guys who I know were better than he was. They didn't do it. So that's my first thing. Go ahead and try to kill my argument.
No, man. Listen. You're a man of faith. You're a man of the cloth. You're a man of the cloth. This is time, my brother, to have some faith.
I'm ticked right now because I'm not going for the. I'm not going for the lack. I'm just not. Connor Williams has been there for 3-4 years, and I just named two guys who I know were better, and they didn't do. So they're loyal, and they knew they were better. They just loyal to their, not loyal to Connor Williams. They're loyal to saying, hey, this guy was drafted in the second round. He's good. Even though he didn't play guard, he played tackle coming out of Texas. What they're saying is, we're going to make $1 out of 15 cents. We don't care what y'all say. We're going to make this thing work. And in the process, you sacrifice the team by not putting your best five out there.
It's coming. Listen. It is coming. You know how I know? Jerry said it. Jerry said last week, I can imagine that there's some way to have Steele and Lee L on the field at the same time. He also said soon.
All right, you make it better than that, boss. Check this one out. It's simple. McGovern at guard is better than Connor Williams. You could have kept Lyle Collins at right tackle if we just so hung up on not moving Collins. McGovern is better than Williams. Ain't nobody plugged him in. Connor Williams is not better than Connor McGovern.
Nah.
No way.
I said like
so
this.
It's a real simple plug in, and if you were really worried about, this could have been solved even with Steele in the game. You could have moved Connor Williams out and just put McGovern in. We would have been ready to rock with that. See what I'm saying? So you're not, you can't, I'm not saying you per se. It's just kind of hard for me to believe. See, we're saying it. When I say we,
Jerry
Cowboy
said
Nation
it. See,
and everybody else, but I just don't think they're dedicated to putting the best five. That's just me.
No. Because first, let me tell you why I disagree slightly. Because to even not start Lay L and still is balling, Okay?
Yes, he is.
That itself show commitment. And they're doing exactly what I wanted them to do even a long time ago. And that's put Lael back at left guard. That's coming soon. See, because Connor Williams leads the league in penalties. Allegedly, he have more penalties than about 15 teams by himself.
Yeah. That ain't counting all the film where we seen him get pushed back.
Yeah.
4-5 yards, just getting 8 alive. I mean, how many times have we seen that?
Right.
So, you know, I'm just saying
it's coming though. Jerry.
Oh, see, I believe. I hope
it's coming.
I mean, I want it to come, but
it might be Sunday.
I think, to be honest with you, boss, I think that it probably will be Sunday. I believe
listen.
However, it took you 3 to 4 years to figure out that Connor Williams needs to be replaced.
You know how
That's
it is.
all I'm saying. Like,
no, I'm with you. It took you a while, but we're here. You know what I mean?
Okay.
We here.
And
I'm thankful because this is a move that Jason Garrett, never would have happened. Never.
Well, to be no question. And to be honest with you, I put it in the chat box earlier that I feel that putting Collins at guard is a Super Bowl move.
Ooh, me too. Me too.
Because it's because the line. If all the talk now is saying that this line is one of the best in the league, you put Collins at guard and have Tyron Smith right beside him, and Zach Martin and Steele. I mean, pick your choice of what side you want to run to. It's good either way. You know what I'm saying?
Stop playing.
I mean,
don't play.
That's a Super Bowl move.
Don't play.
No doubt about it.
No daggone doubt about it.
Yeah, that is a
Super Bowl move.
You know, within your organization, a lot of people want to trade and all that kind of stuff.
Yes,
you got to move if you'll go ahead and make them.
Yes,
that'll fit. That are right within the team itself.
Yes,
if you go ahead and move and stop trying to save feelings just because you're trying to be loyal.
Yes,
and trying to make a second round pick. We're gonna make it work. Whatever. We're gonna make Connor Williams work. We love him. We love him. But you see him get his brains kicked in almost every Sunday. It just don't make any sense. So you got Super Bowl moves that you got to do. Let me say this. You said it on your show. I said it on mine. Everybody said it. Another Super Bowl move is for at least for this year. I ain't saying exclusively, but please put Michael Parsons on the edge. Please. It is the difference between you having a 3-sack game and possibly having a 5-sack game. Because if somebody can we do that? Don't minimize the weapon that you have and putting them in linebacker primarily is not good enough. This defense could even be better if you would go ahead and put him where he's most effective. And I understand, you kind of thin on linebacker. I get it, but we got to use the weapons while we can. And the last thing, and I'll get off the phone. When you talked about Cooper Rush ought to be able to distribute, well, let's be realistic. If Dak does not play, we already know what Minnesota is going to do then. They're going to stack the box, and they're going to try to stop the run, which is going to leave one-on-one with them 3 receivers out there. A quick slant can go, a 5-yard slant then can go 80 yards quickly. He ain't got to throw the ball deep down the field. He just need to make some completions. The receivers are going to do the rest. We got some great run after the catch type receivers. All they got to do is just do it. So, I'm in total agreement with you on that. Cooper Rush ought to be able to actually eat a little bit because he's going to have blocking. Ain't no doubt about that. So that's it, man. Appreciate you taking my call, man.
Oh, man, always. Thanks for calling in. And Sadiqa, we go get her in for sure. Sadiqa, put your but yeah, I got you. Thank you, Pastor.
All right, bro. All
right, that was Bishop from the Big Time Show. We got another call. I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take this call. There we go. Hold on real quick. Come on. There it is. Boss Cowboys Sports, your voice matter. Who am I speaking with?
Boss, Cowboys Nation, buenas noches. It's the Lunatic.
What's
Thank you for letting us call in and let us hear our voice where it matters.
You the best. What you got?
Now listen, Dak has been saying it. His practice on the field has been saying it. He is playing. He is playing, and not only that, he's going to be the MVP of the game. So I have no question as far as, well, is he going to play? Do we hold him out? If he's there, you play him, obviously.
Right.
You try to win the games. You try to win the games. That's the objective. And the best chance we have is with Dak. And if his body says it's okay, the trainers are saying it's going to be okay, then let him play.
Yeah. Lunatic, have you noticed I don't even hardly talk about that? I'm old school. I'm like, man, he playing. I ain't got time to be talking about calves. I'm with you.
Exactly, because have we forgotten other QBs have torched us in the last 10, 15 years with the same type of injury.
Yes.
So now we're thinking, oh, my God, he's not. Hey, Dak is the leader. He's going to go out there, lead the team. He's going to inspire him. It's a tough challenge, yes. The top 5 offense. Yes, they lead the NFL in sacks. Gee, where have I heard that before?
Right.
But guess what? It's a Sunday night game, a primetime game. Dak wants to prove those doubters. He knows he's still in the MVP race. So, hey, yet again, another chance to make that statement win for a national audience saying, this is my team. We are getting as far as I take them, and I'm going to take them to a deep playoff run. I like it. Now, as far as La'el Collins, yes, just like everything, you did this to yourself. So you go up there and you send him a message. You have a little words for him, but something that the OC said a while back about his evaluating his play, because he's only played one game in the last 22 Cowboys games, and that was against Tampa Bay. But as OC said, he's coming off hip surgery, and La'el Collins is a power player. He doesn't have the footwork. It's power. He's going to maul you. Now, the hip, that's where your power comes from. So now, are we sure he's back to 2019 La'el Collins? We haven't seen enough of it this year to say we can move him around the line. So I just want him to be back to himself at right tackle before I consider moving him.
Yeah. Well, it's done now. You know what I mean? It's done. So the next...
Exactly, boss. And I really appreciate all the coverage you give us. But remember, Mike McCarthy and Joe Philbin's key word when they say about the O-line, continuity.
Yes.
That means that if it's working, don't change it up. We're tired about C. Will and his league-leading, 9 or 8 holding penalties? The rest of the defenses see that. They say, hey, if we're going to attack, we're going to blitz against Tyler, blitz against C. Will. They're getting overmatched, and C. Will is holding.
Man, it just, like, I don't understand the logic as if he is not a weak link. Now, if you're just talking about play, he's playing good. But when you put the whole sugar in the Kool-Aid, it don't have the right taste.
Exactly, and we're going up against Tomlinson, who used to be with the Giants. So he's familiar. He knows, hey, I've played against C. Will 2 times a year. I know his strengths. I know his weaknesses. So there ain't going to be no moves. It's just going to be, I'm going to bull rush him because I know he can't handle my power. It's up to Kellen Moore to say, you know what? Get those quick passes off or away from him. Minnesota's a 30th ranked run defense. Why are we so worried about Dak when all he has to do is hand the ball? Let's zoom and boom. Get those yards.
Man, I love this call. Man, this is a good call. Oh, man, don't go nowhere. Let's do a show together real quick, Lunatic. Let's take this comment. Let's take this comment now. Let's take this freaking comment now. You the co-host right now. Let's go. Because Bougie, hopefully I said your name right, Cassell said, a medium calf strain takes 13 days to fully heal. Hasn't it been 12 days already? Dak has to play. First of all, thank you for listing your source. That shows integrity. Like where we can vet what she's vetting. Thank you for that. Let's talk about that real quick, Lunatic. What's your thoughts on her Wikipedia diagnosis?
The Cowboys own the MRI machine. They wanted to do an MRI. They owned one. Just to let you know, they didn't have to go to a facility. They have it there at the Star. They determined, you know what, it's a grade 1, which is the lowest grade. Now, recovery time, that's just, the doctor telling you, you know what, just rest up. Don't do a lot of stuff. You don't think he's receiving treatment for that also?
Oh, yeah.
So, yes. He just said it yesterday. Hey, I didn't go half speed. I didn't go quarter speed. I went 100%. Where if something happens, it's going to happen in this practice. And he said, I felt good. I feel confident. But then again, he's got to say, but it's up to the decision makers. But if you ask me, I'm playing. So our $160 million quarterback says he's playing. I take his word for it. He knows his body.
Man, okay, Lunatic. Oh, man, hold on real quick. First of all, we want to give the Lunatic a hand for that answer. So since you're doing so good, we're going to give you another one from Bougie. All right, or Bougie. I might be butchering your name. If I am, sorry. I really am. I like to get y'all names right. But Bougie said this. She said, I remember Troy Aikman limping out onto the field in the 90s. I don't like the modern NFL. Sure, it might extend players' longevity, but it feels like a mock battle. I miss seeing a war. Bougie, that's why I don't even talk about a calf injury. Because it's like, I know there's an era where this wouldn't have even been talked about. So, what's your thoughts on that, the Lunatic?
Yes, I remember that era when the safety gave you a message. Any wide receiver going across the middle, he gave you a little message, a little tap reminding you, hey, you want to come in here? Guess who is here? Darren Woodson. So
Yeah.
now, all of a sudden, you get a hard hit, you see a flag. Even though you see the replay saying, hey, it was a good shoulder. It was nowhere near the body. It was a good hit. But here's the ref. I understand. Player safety. I get all that. But let's not make it flag football. And yes, it's a different era. Nowadays, players, you see them, oh, I got a headache. I'm out 3 weeks. What? Mm-hmm. Unless you're in concussion protocol, play through it. Take some Tylenol and get on with it. But no, I see that. And to answer Seth Burleson, as he said, what if this is all a smokescreen? Yes. Mike McCarthy is kind of like Belichick. You see New England's injury report, you're either likely to start or you're injured on something. Half the whole damn team. Mike McCarthy is that same mold where I am not going to tell you who is 100%, who's going to likely, anything like that. It's Jerry that goes on 105.3 The Fan and says, oh, yeah, he's starting. This guy's good. Oh, this guy's out. He's the one telling all our opponents everything about who's injured or not Mike McCarthy. Mike McCarthy, you would ask him about, when they asked him about Gallup, what do you say? Oh, 2 days. When they asked him about anybody else, oh, 2 days. His answer is like 2 days. We'll evaluate in 2 days.
Oh, man. Hey, man, the Lunatic, I love the call, man. Make sure you be You frequently call in. I enjoyed it. You helped me co-host today. All right.
Hey, boss, I really appreciate it. And Cowboys Nation, now you know, for those younger fans, this is what the 90s felt like.
Yeah.
Because teams from other fans knew we were building a juggernaut. They couldn't say anything. Then they knew we were a dynasty. They still couldn't say anything. We just had to tell them, how about them Cowboys? Get ready for Sunday night. Trick or treat. Oh, yeah, we got something for the Vikings. We're going to knock the skull out of them.
Oh, my God. Jessica and then the lunatic. Boy, this was amazing. Let's go. Boy, y'all know how to fire me up, man. Woo. All right. That was a wonderful call, man. Golly. So, listen. I'm going to get back into some of this content now. I might need to break some of this content up because it's a lot. I might not get it all. But I do want to talk about some stuff that happened today and kind of, get into it, because it's today's news and it's fresh off the press, but it hasn't been filtered through the Boss Cowboy Kool-Aid. Because first I got to measure it. And as I measure it, we go talk through it, all right? So first, y'all already know. It's a big thing for Boss Cowboy to actually say publicly that he drunk Kool-Aid. Listen, I do not drink Kool-Aid without first measuring. Yeah. So I want to get into what Nick talked about, because Nick has some real stuff. And I want to get into it because it's meaty. Listen.
DallasCowboys.com joining us on the Romeo's Pizza hotline. Get game-winning pizza delivery and takeout at Romeo'sPizza.com. The starting left guard Sunday night will be who?
It's leaning towards like that Lyle is going to do it at some point.
Yeah.
But I still feel like this game will be Connor Williams.
Agreed.
I think he's going to get there. I do, but I think he's got to. I mean, he hasn't practiced there in 5 years. So, but man, what a monster left side that would be. With Tyron and like practice there in 5 years. So, man, what a monster left side that would be. So, man, what a monster left side that would be. With Tyron.
I ain't gonna even say nothing. I ain't gonna even say nothing. Now people know and starting to understand what we have been saying. That Lee L will make that left side monsterish and help Tyler. Now, this man is from Arkansas grad. He probably the closest insider to Stephen Jones and Jerry Jones. Likely when he's talking from something he's directly got from them. I just want to say that. All right.
Tyron and Lyle.
So Lael eventually moving there, as Babe Laufenberg also said yesterday would happen.
So, taking a pause, he said Lee L eventually moving there. Like, that's why I was telling Douglas, it's done. Like, it's just how are they processing the way to do it? But everybody in the building is calling this a sure thing. This might happen Sunday. Oh, I wouldn't recommend it, but it could. I want to let y'all know. I'm gonna show you what Lyle said about himself. He said himself, the left side is natural to me. I had to learn how to be on the right side. Let me keep playing it.
Then is because it's such an upgrade over Connor, or because Terrence Steele has a right to own that right tackle spot now?
I think it's both. I mean, that's not a wrong answer to say that it's both, because Terrence Steele has played a really, really great job there at the right side. And so
that's what people are not saying. That's what's annoying me. I'm not going to lie. I'm annoyed at that. I'm annoyed that everybody keeps saying, we have depth with Steele. He is a swing. No, bro. You're not seeing swing film. We're looking at starter grade film when we watch Steele now. To call him a swing is now insulting. See, Nick also talked about that the Cowboys was getting trade calls about Steele. Steele. Likely with offers as high as the second and first round. This is about that he's been playing good. Don't let people tell you and act like Steele is not a better candidate to be on the starting line than Williams. We have and will go through the film of Steele versus Bosa. Because it's a lot of people been acting like he's been getting massive help. No, I got the film. Y'all been asking for it, you go get it. And I'm going to show y'all that it's always been a lie that he's needed massive help, even against Bosa. They put him on the island from the film game 1. Let me chill out. I get to crunk. I do. I get excited. But I like the truth. I don't like the lies. I don't like when people make up stuff. Okay? It's a lot of people making up stuff. They're not talking factual. They have their favorites. They have their pet cats. And it's more about me appearing right than actually going with the facts of what's on film. We gonna go through the film when the OC get back, because I always like to do the film sessions with him, especially on tackle. That's appropriate. He gonna know more details than me. But we have both him versus the pass, which you can see right there was 1-on-1 with Bosa, and we have film of him versus the run. Both of them are really good on Bosa. Now, he got help right there. That was a chip, but he didn't need it. See, because we're going to keep it real. That he did. You saw that was one chip. But if you keep watching, no, they not helping Steele, man. Steele was out there on his own from game 1. So, like, I mean that. Like, we showing you. Because, see, this is what I'm saying. Everybody, they got their knocks. Show me your film. Show the film. And do like us. Show every play. I don't want to see no spliced up film. I want to see how the film's supposed to go, where we see the whole game of pass protection, the whole game of run blocking, and then you grade the whole game. Not this shortcut stuff. Yeah. Yeah. That's how it really supposed to be done. And if you do it the right way, there's no way you can say that Steele should not be a starting right tackle. And you will also say that he has tremendous upside. Let me call my boy real quick. Let me see if he up. Because I promised him I was going to put him in the show today. Dude probably sleep. I'm going to call him real quick, though. Y'all give me a second. 1 second, call my boy real quick. There he is. Put my boy on the show. call a boy to put him in a show. He not even picking up. God dog. All right. If he called back, Anthony, I tried to call you, brother, but I want to show y'all something. Okay. The measurables on Liel Collins: 6'4", 305, 33-inch arms, hand size 10. Okay. The measurables on Tyron Smith: 6'5", 307, 36-inch arms, 11-inch hands. The measurables on Steele: 6'6", 312, 35.5-inch arm length. Hand size is smaller than the other guys. This is the point. When you look at the measurables of all three guys, two of those guys are actually more measurable for tackle than the other. Length is very important for tackle. It's like a boxer. The taller you are, the more you should use your jab to maintain distance, because it works to your advantage. The exact same thing with tackle. You can literally look at Tyron Smith and Steele, except for the muscles on Smith, they look almost completely identical in build. And I would challenge you to watch this film unbiasedly, and I would say overall, Steele had a better game than T. Smith, because he was going against a harder opponent and did just as good. T. Smith caused the sack, and it was ugly. Your boy, game one, we talking about Steele now, versus Bosa. All game, mostly one-on-one. 0 sacks, 0 tackles for loss, 0 QB hits. And that's why I had to pause and say, that's what's aggravating me in this whole debate. People acting like Steele is a chump. When a man is playing good, give him his credit, man. Stop trying to act like he's something that he's not. He's playing good. Give the man his credit.
He deserves to play. And I don't know if they think Lyle would have been head and shoulders better. They do think he could be head and shoulders better than the left guard. And I know everybody, Connor Williams, I know everybody is tired of saying
what? Hold on. What?
Deserves to play. And I don't know if they think Lyle would have been head and shoulders better. They do think he could be head and shoulders better than the left guard. And I know everybody.
Oh, so they thinking like the OC and I. Front office thinking like what we've been saying. See, I'm going to show y'all something. I'm going to prove to y'all that this has never been a joke to me. This is the Boss Cowboy Guide from 2 years ago. And I put Steele in the Boss Cowboy Guide. I don't put everybody in my book. I said Terry Steele had an excellent season, but a bad Senior Bowl game. Athletic Steele is correctly built for the right tackle. I had no idea when I wrote about him that he would be a Dallas Cowboy. At the time, he was just a Texas Tech candidate. Now, what tripped me out as I was going through the book, this is what I wrote at the very beginning of the tackle section. I said, left guard is a need. This is 2 years ago with Connor Williams on the team. I said left guard is a need that can be solved with a draft of one of the super quality tackles. Right tackle La'el Collins could make a move back to guard for one of the top graded tackles from the 2020 tackle draft. This is 2 years ago. Moving Collins back to left guard could generate a better overall offensive line and create quality backups for the next 2 to 3 years. There will likely be a first round graded and talented tackle assets that can be a sneaky way to start the next offensive line rebuild slowly. Wrote this 2 years ago. So, because there's a people that's acting like and saying that, you know, the best five is a trend idea. No. Case in point is my book that I wrote 2 years ago about this concept. So this is not something that I'm doing for fame and celebrity and trying to get attention. There is no other proof than a time-stamped book. This is in Kindle. It's in the book, as well as a full breakdown on all of these candidates, including Steele. So this is not a joke. It's never been a joke to the OC or myself. Never. This is something that I've been serious about. This is not a fad. This is not a joke. This is not a game. This is something that can improve the Dallas Cowboys. I'm waiting on somebody to show me the film. We got our film. We can show you where he was mostly one-on-one versus Bosa. We can show you that he dominated Bosa on the ground running the ball. We can show you the film. So I think the next thing we should do is possibly even listen to La'el himself. And let's see if we can take some nuggets from him. Now, I want to say I still do understand everybody who disagrees, because the risk is big. I get that. I really do. It's a big risk to take a guy who played well at right tackle and say another guy is going to be your replacement. That's very risky. I would be lying to you if I did not say I don't understand the fear, because that's a legitimate fear. This is something that could blow up in the Cowboys' face if they're not careful. But you also have to keep in mind that they had 10 games to watch Steele play. 10 games. These 5 games are not his first time he got on the road. Remember, he ended the season only allowing 5 pressures. Okay? That's important. He only allowed 5 pressures. Okay? And so when you know that, you can feel better about making this move. Okay? Terrence Steele in his last 5 games had only 5 pressures. Okay? So we giving you the facts over here. Some people, they gonna move in emotions because they, you know, it's emotional. It's a lot of people very emotional about this. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay to be emotional about this. But let's try to move in facts. And let's listen to La'el. Here we go.
For you.
Let's start by talking about working your way back in, and I know working at right tackle and left guard now. Was that a little surprising when you met with Mike Monday and got that news, or just kind of your approach at working at two backup positions while you get back in shape?
Oh no, I mean it wasn't surprising. You know, I've been in meetings with the guys. I think after the first 2 weeks, and you know, obviously just watching them play and play together, you know, everything's been going great. So, I mean, I wasn't surprised at all. You know, I just kind of figured, you know, whenever I got back, just make sure I'm ready to go, you know, wherever. That's the biggest thing for me.
First of all, none of us can ignore this body language, okay? This is the body language of shame, okay? But it's almost like when you're dealing with a son, sometimes you got to know that this is actually good for him. This is a hard adjustment. That's why I hope they're being wise on explaining to him, we value you. That's why we trust that you can do this. Okay?
Can you talk about working at left guard again? It's been a while since you worked there, and how is your approach here? You feel you're competing to get a starting job back at either position, or just kind of your mindset and approach right now?
I mean, you know, my mindset has always been the same. Not really necessarily thinking about, you know, competing for a starting job. You know, I know I'm a starter wherever. You know, I can play wherever. But the biggest thing is being supportive of my teammates and, you know, the guys in the locker room that's been there and been, you know, in these games each and every week, the ones that I've been sitting at home watching. So, you know, I just wanted to get back in here and show them that, you know, now that all that's behind me, that I can, you know, focus on just helping the team win and do whatever it is that they ask me.
That is the body language of shame.
Do you think it'll take you a little bit of time, or how much time do you think it'll take you to get back to the level where you feel you were before the suspension?
I really just feel like it's not really that it's really more of just kind of getting into that routine, that muscle memory. Because I mean, you can run, you can lift, you do everything you know, conditioning and weight room wise that you want. But the real deal is when you actually, you know, in pads, hitting somebody, and also just, you know, just getting, that's the real football shape. So, you know, I'll just say that. But the first week, you know, it's been good, been really good, and just looking forward to, you know, continuing to get better, working on the things that I can work on, and just focusing on my craft.
See, when you look at this body language, I'm going to tell y'all right now, this is silent motivation. I think the first time he get a chance, he gonna try to tear somebody's head off. He's mad. And you want this. All you people that want to coddle him. And, oh, you're doing him so wrong. No, you want this killer motivated.
If they determine that the way this offensive line is now, that left guard or the interior would be the best thing for you at this moment, is that perfectly fine with you? Do you feel, again, I know you started out there before you moved out to right tackle, just your thoughts about potentially moving back inside the left guard?
So I want all y'all to listen up. This should stop all the fights that's been happening over this topic, because now he's himself getting ready to speak about his potential at left guard.
It's whatever is best for the team. I mean, that's what it's all about. You know, it's all about the team. So whatever's best for the team, you know, I'm willing to do. You know, for me, playing on the left side is a natural thing.
Hold on, what? Wait, what? What?
It's whatever is best for the team. I mean, that's what it's all about. You know, it's all about the team. So whatever's best for the team, you know, I'm willing to do. You know, for me, playing on the left side is a natural thing.
Hold on. Wait a minute. Did he just say playing on the left side is a natural thing? Maybe it was all those years of playing on the left at LSU at guard as well as left tackle. The thing that was actually new to him was him playing right tackle. Oh, okay. So for all the people who really still believes that he can't make the transition, he himself is telling you that the left side feels more natural than the right side. Are we still gonna try to act like we making up stuff on this channel? Or we gonna go ahead and come around to the truth of this being a good thing? That's my question. Are we gonna come around to this being a good thing, or we gonna act spoiled because we didn't get our way and he didn't just run out there and just assume the right tackle like everybody wanted? Are we gonna be spoiled and try to attack this channel because we've been on the side of this? We gonna be petty, or we gonna accept that this is a Super Bowl move?
Playing on the right is something that I had to learn. So
Whoa. Wait a minute. Let me play that back.
I mean, it's whatever is best for the team. I mean, that's what it's all about. You know, it's all about the team. So whatever's best for the team, you know, I'm willing to do. You know, for me, playing on the left side is a natural thing. Playing on the right is something that I had to learn. So, you know, I really feel like I can play anywhere.
Okay. I heard you. Let me see. Let me look, because I'm still getting trolled over this. I said this way before this interview. I said, believe it or not, this is not a knock on La'el skills. Versatility allows for the Cowboys to work magic. A lot of dimensions to discuss. Yeah. So, yeah. So now we done heard it from the man himself.
Lyle, can you take us into your decision making and the decision to fight the suspension the way you did? Because our understanding was it got knocked down to 2 games. Why were you so vigorous in fighting this thing?
You know,
Listen,
just for me personally, I felt like
I'm gonna move on. I don't even want to. I want to say one thing about the suspension. We all got to be careful about talking about that suspension, because sometimes people are innocent and they look guilty. So I'm not going to say that he bribed anyone. I'm going to say he was accused of that, and I'm going to move on, okay? Because that doesn't mean that he actually did that. I want to be safe to his reputation, because sometimes you can be declared guilty, look guilty, but be completely innocent. I want to say that. All right. But let's also go back to something that he's not innocent of. What he's not innocent of was his preparation when he came back to the team. Okay. He's not innocent. Listen.
You want me to baby you here? You want me to mamby-pamby you here? That's not really what we do. And so I'm going to tell you the truth.
Okay. First of all, this is from last year. Y'all thought that this was this year. This is Mike Fisher reporting on what really happened when he came into camp. Listen.
You want me to baby you here? You want me to mamby-pamby you here? That's not really what we do. And so I'm going to tell you the truth about the Dallas Cowboys and the short-term IR. It's a great rule that the NFL has instituted in a COVID-19 era, that instead of being on IR for 8 weeks, and instead of only 2 guys or 3 guys a year being able to come off it, now you can be on IR for just 3 weeks. And then as many people that need to come back can come back, which is the way it should be. These players work for the team. They're being paid, and now they're healthy. Why is there a limit to how many I can bring back? It's nonsense, but that's fixed at least for now. So the 3 Cowboys that go on IR to start the season, Vento Bryant, the wide receiver. Special teamer, they can overcome that. Sean Lee, the linebacker. Not a starting linebacker, and you're playing the Rams here. They're going to play a lot of 3 wide receiver personnel, 11 personnel stuff. So how much was Sean Lee going to play in this game? And then Lyle Collins. Now, hopefully Sean Lee's thing is at worst a mild sports hernia, and you can be back in a few weeks from that. But what is Lyle Collins' real problem? The team wants you now to know, or maybe Lyle's agent wants you now to know, that it's a hip. It's a hip injury. And I'm not saying it's not. I wouldn't tell a player that he doesn't have an injury if his agent wants to say he has an injury. But Lyle Collins' problem is conditioning. He showed up here not ready. That's not a sin. It's not the worst thing in the world. This has been a COVID-19 off season, and if a guy sat around on the couch a little bit and ate bonbons and watched Netflix, hey, join the club. But that's the reality of why Lyle Collins got off to a slow start, began the summer on PUP, didn't practice for a long time, then finally at the end of last week did practice and then hurt his hip. You don't have to be a doctor to suggest that if you're practicing out of shape and trying to push yourself into shape, maybe that's when you hurt your hip. But let's not baby this situation by fibbing. Lyle Collins is a big man. He's an adult. He can take it. He came to camp out of shape, and that's a fact. And now has 3 weeks on Cowboys IR to work himself, hopefully, back into shape and get his hip right as well. Fish in Frisco, out.
So we all know what happened is he really ended up missing the whole year. And because of that, an undrafted free agent got his chance. What we looking at is the cold reality of football. Is that sometimes you allow a person to develop too long, and it put coaches in a situation, because the way that we think as fans is, oh, in 2019, Lyle was playing on a Pro Bowl level. And then we stopped thinking after that. We do no more thought. All thinking stop. But if you keep thinking other than just the play of 2019, you start saying, but he also got paid. And coming in out of shape likely led to the hip injury. So what about the $60 million of assets he's supposed to protect? What about that? Oh, 60 million. Y'all saying, hold on, where that come from? Oh, the cost of Zeke and the cost of Dak to protect those assets. 60 million. And on top of that, you costing me millions by not showing up prepared. And then on top of that, we had a youngster who actually played good at the end. But we not done with you. We ain't give up on you. We stayed with you. But then you end up missing another 5 games. And then this youngster come in and he played good on Bosa. It got our attention. And so as we looking at this youngster, hard working, developing, first guy in, last guy out, Lyle said himself, he's an extremely hard worker. So let's tell the whole story. Let's not tell the story the PG version. Like Fisher said, let's not baby this. This is man stuff. And you let this man develop to the point they said, you know what? He might not be as good, but at least we can rely on him. At least he good enough. And on top of that, he trending and up. Our phones are ringing from people who want him for a trade. And on top of that, he cheap. And we having cap issues. See, that's the whole story. Everybody that just say, but he played great after 2019. This is dumb. Well, you got to add everything to the Kool-Aid. You can't just add water. You left out the sugar. You did. So your Kool-Aid is nasty. It's a big thing for Boss Cowboy to actually say publicly that he drunk Kool-Aid. Listen, I do not drink Kool-Aid without first measuring. So yeah, this is measured Kool-Aid you getting on this show. So I'm gonna take some calls. All right, then we can get out of here. Let's take some calls. We got the call line back up. 941-940-4171. I really want to talk to somebody that disagree. That's what I want to talk to. I want to talk to somebody that disagree. If you disagree, call in. And I'm gonna be respectful. We gonna talk about this civilly. But yeah, for everybody got these passionate emotions and people that say they hate the idea, call in. Make your voice matter. Yeah, we want to hear from you. But before we do, oh, there it is. Boss Cowboy Sports, where your voice matter.
Hey, what's up, boss?
Hey, what's up? Who is this?
I go by D Shift.
What's up, D? I see you in the chat.
Yeah, man. I'm regular, frequent. Kind of hop around to everybody's stuff, man. It's kind of interesting to see all of our YouTubers, just different
opinions.
Y'all are kind of straying, man. I see a lot of different views and different philosophies, and I gotta give you credit for reading the tea leaves, as you put it.
Yeah.
And you know, and I know the YouTube community has kind of become more of a place where we go to before we'll go to traditionally DallasCowboys.com. You know, and I guess those guys like opinions and what they say on those 105-3 and all that. We kind of, can kind of push it aside, but as you stated, they're so close to the organization. They're there. So when you kind of just see what they're saying and what they put out there, and Jerry don't just speak just to speak. So that's, because I was kind of the mindset of why kind of move Lyle back to left guard. But if you got somebody playing at a more premium position, then why not play him, and still, and just kind of move Lyle back inside. And, if you're having trouble with power and strength and bull rush, then hopefully that could help.
Can't
So,
say it
you know,
no better.
yeah, man. So, you know, kind of just
Yeah.
big ups, man. And
Yeah.
I understand the money and, you know, kind of what's going on with Collins and
Yeah.
what he's had as accolades as pertaining to being the right tackle for us. But I mean, it's a, you know, it's a more premium spot. So if you got somebody like Steele playing a little bit better than what you got in the interior depth, because I always see a lot of, you know, McGovern at center, but I think, you know, if McGovern was better than, I mean, definitely strength-wise better, I think, than Beatrice, but there has to be something going on. I don't know if you can kind of give insight. And also been seeing some tea leaves about Boss Man Fat. So
Okay.
I was just trying to see if you kind of knew what's going on. Cause I've been hearing a lot of people, seeing a lot of people say how, you know, he's been, you know, that he looks good, you know. So last time we kind of left off with him, he was kind of trying to hold his own in preseason. Had a lot of flashes. But then again, you kind of, it was against that Cardinals team, so you see what they're about now. So, I don't know. Just want to kind of understand what's going on at that, you know, that cornerback position. Will Anthony Brown, you know, get pushed, press sooner than, you know, sooner as we think, or as soon as he steps back on the field day one, or is it going to take a couple weeks, or maybe postseason, or what's your opinion on that?
All right. Let me address that real quick, and then call back if you got something else. But I'm gonna address the corner, okay? I'm gonna talk about it. I'm gonna go all the way into it. Your voice matters, so I'm gonna try to really address that question because I think that's a good one, and get us off and get us a break talking about tackle too. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna address your center thing, okay? All right.
All right, appreciate it, bro.
No problem, D. Thanks for calling me, and your voice matter. So, to answer both questions, for right now, this is what I said about center earlier. First of all, don't touch it. Don't. The door is only for emergency use. Because, you know, for people that have concerns, D, about Lyle going back to left guard, you should be even more concerned with McGovern for center. That's a premium position with a lot of calls and a lot of responsibilities. And it hasn't been trained properly by the Dallas Cowboys. They never gave McGovern the proper reps to make sure that he was at least suitable. So if they did throw him out there, it will be based on emergency, because you really should do it because you don't know. Like, I know people like, yeah, he can do it. How do you know? Oh, you gonna say, oh, Penn State. Those are the same people that got a problem with Lyle going back to left guard, which at least he played in the league. So, to me, that answers. I'm different from a lot of people on that. A lot of people say, if you want to correct the offensive line, get rid of Tyler. I say, okay, and replace him with who? With who? So, I don't really talk about it because I know we stuck. Like, he would have to be bad, because it can actually even be worse with McGovern. So, just letting you know. Even though McGovern, he's been at least good everywhere you put him. So, also, Boss Man. All right, talking about the homie, Boss Man. Listen, I am of the opinion that you start him the moment he is ready. I know a lot of people high on Anthony Brown, and they like, he's playing good. And yes, he's playing good in comparison to himself. Compared to how he used to play, he's playing way better. At first, he couldn't stop a third or fourth team receiver. Now, he's giving second team receivers a run. I like that. Improvement. At the same time, y'all know we only drink measured Kool-Aid over here. Okay? So you also got to look at the competition. And you look at the fact that his interceptions came on Hurts, who threw it directly to him. Super bad throw, but glad you made the interception. And your other interception came on a backup quarterback. This week is going to be the real test of, do you have at least good coverage? Because you're getting ready to go get some bona fide killers. Okay? Thielen and Jefferson are both bona fide assassins. Okay? This receiving core, I ain't gonna lie to you, is up there with ours. Jefferson is still better than CD Lamb. I know a lot of y'all don't want to hear that, but it's the truth. Okay? And I'm not gonna lie to you. Jefferson is better than CD Lamb. He plays like a number one, and he played like that last year as a rookie. This man came out and beat Moss rookie record. So don't kid yourself. This man is a monster. All right? We also got Thielen, a route phenom. This dude is a route maestro. He's a route Picasso. I'm trying to find all the big words I can say. And he killed Anthony Brown on the last matchup, destroyed him. So, I want Boss Man to start now. Mainly because I know he's going to likely take a rookie bump. And it's going to be up and down. But I want him to be what Diggs is, who had a bumpy first year, showed flash, but year two, he got his legs, and now he's Super Diggs. If we would have played that game with Diggs last year, if we would have played that rookie game or that game with Diggs last year, we wouldn't have saw the game that we're seeing this year. So, I'd rather say go with the young guy. And plus, I played the position. I went to their practices. I saw it firsthand. There's more upside with Boss Man by a lot. Okay? I think it would take about 2 or 3 games for him to settle in. But once he settles in, you got you a solid corner. That's going to be better than Anthony Brown. And I would say within 3 games. So, yeah, I would start Boss Man right now. Hopefully I answered your question, D. All right, we still taking calls, man. Let's go. Feeling good. We still taking calls. Let's go. We got the call line up. 941-940-4171. Y'all better hurry up, man. Hurry up, man, because I'm starting to get a little tired. There it is. I see. All right. Welcome to Boss Cowboys Sports. Your voice matters.
What's going on, boss? Coach Marv.
What's up, Coach?
Yeah, man, I agree with you on Boss Man Fat. We're gonna give him some time though. Let's give him some time to get his legs back under. I think he might have been in the start lineup earlier, but injuries kind of derailed him, and I think I think this time off has given him a chance to study. Now it's time to put that study and getting yourself. Hopefully, he's been doing a lot of working out and improving his strength and all kinds of things. And with candidate getting hurt, that's another good thing for him to be able to get on the field as a third corner. So he's gonna get a lot of playing time. And let's see how he improves and gets into the flow of the game. Like you said, the upside on him is much more than Anthony Brown. But you, as you know, boss, this is football. You got to play. You got to get on the field and you got to do it. You got to translate that potential into kinetic energy. So you got to transfer those things, and I think he will. And I think it's a good thing that Kennedy went. Kennedy, not a good thing he got hurt with the concussion, but that gives a time for Boss to not have no problem with getting on the field, as well as my man Tristan Hill with Urban down. You give him no kind of problems with either getting in the rotation and filling that spot in the rotation, so he can get some plays and see what we can get out of him. But I did see the Lyle Collins interview today. I just picked it up maybe a couple of hours ago.
Mm-hmm.
He said something interesting, boss. When they asked him about the left guard thing, he said he naturally plays well on the left side, and he had to make himself a right tackle. And I think this is not surprising to him. He's been around the team meetings, around the offensive line dinners. He understood about this offensive line and how it's going, and he understands the problems that Connor Williams has, and he understands that. I believe Lyle Connor understands once he get on the field of guard, he gonna be set in stone again. He's gonna be set in stone again, and back to maybe all pro status. And this line is gonna be better for that. And he understands that he wants a place where he can continue, to get a paycheck. So all these people out here talking about playing. I don't think, boss, do people really know how important guards are to offensive line? I think we get so enamored with this left tackle, right tackle, in the side. Man, if you got bad guards, your tackles could look bad. So having Collins and Martin at guard, maybe probably the two best tandem at guards in the NFL, it's gonna make this offensive line awesome. And we just need to celebrate. We have been talking so much as Cowboy fans for years about Connor Williams, and I'm not saying Connor Williams is playing bad. He's a bad player, but holding calls, we've been talking so many years about it, and now we got the fixes dropped out in the sky, right in our hands, and guess what we're saying?
We don't want it.
We don't want it. I don't understand it. We've been talking so bad about this. We're like, man, Connor Williams, man, he's getting destroyed, and the fix falls out the sky, and now we don't want it. We like, no, we rather take Terrence Steele, who's been playing well, and put him on the sideline and go back to saying, man, what we gonna do about God? And I don't think I'll be honest, is that bad. I just think, do you remember when I first came on your show, we were talking about Looney?
Yeah.
And I said we were talking about Connor Williams at that particular time, and I said when you have a non-power guy at guard and you got a non-power center, that makes the that reveals the guard being not powerful enough a whole lot more. Well, that's the same thing with Biadasz. You put him beside Martin and Collins. Biadasz is going to get even better. He's going to look even better, right? And he's going to even play better because he got great security blankets, and he don't have to worry about nothing on both sides when it comes to play. He's going to get the best play out of both sides, and he's going to be a better forward. Now the only thing he got to do is direct and make calls and be that smart center that we know he's still. I believe he's very good at calling, blocking protections and stuff like that. And that's another thing that we have to be concerned with when we talk about bringing another center in. Can they do the things mentally that Tyler Biadasz does? He's probably got a great mental capacity for the football game. So this game right here is going to be tough, boss.
Yeah.
This game is going to be a very, very tough game.
It is. Hold on. Before you pivot to the game, let's co-host with me real quick, Coach, if you don't mind. All right?
All right.
All right. Because we had a conversation that I'm ready to talk about right now. In the book, I wrote about Reuben Foster. So my first book was in 2020 about candidates that could fit the Cowboys. Steele was in there, as well as moving Lyle to left guard. I talked about it even 2 years ago. But in 2021, I brought up Reuben Foster. Okay, so I'm going to read what I wrote. Let's talk about that, Coach, if you don't mind, because we talked about a lot of guard, a lot of tackle. We talked a lot of corner. Let's talk linebacker, Coach. Let me read this, and then let's go. Let's co-host. All right, so I said Reuben Foster is going through a slow recovery with the Washington Redskins from a knee injury he suffered. That the Dallas Cowboys should be the first in line to at least kick his tires. Foster does come with some concerns in his personal love life that tends to come out in public. Media is magnified in Dallas times 1,000, so the risk is enormous. At the same time, his knee has epic rest now, and he could still be a freak athlete linebacker. A buy and hold strategy is ideal for a Marshall's talent with his upside. What are your thoughts?
Reuben Foster, when he played, was an all-pro linebacker. He came out of that great line of Alabama linebacker.
Yep.
He reminds me a lot of his aggressiveness and his off-field things. Reminds me of Orlando McClain that we had in Dallas.
Woo!
And which he helped Sean Lee out a great deal because he was that thumper in the middle, and he allowed Sean Lee to be able that to diagnose and freelance. Reuben has been Reuben Foster could help this team. You know, we don't want Reuben to play a whole lot. If we would bring a guy like Reuben in,
yes,
we don't want to play a whole lot down.
Thank
we
you,
just want
Coach.
him to be a run stopper.
Oh,
but Reuben Foster will fit this team in that aspect. But I've been really thinking about some, boss.
Okay.
And I remember telling you about Reuben, right?
Yeah.
And then I started thinking about this Dan Quinn thing, right?
Yeah.
And I was wondering, remember we talked about why did they keep the ghosting? He didn't practice none the whole preseason. Why they kept him? What did they see in him to keep him? And he didn't even practice. And then when he got on the field, we say, okay, I see why.
Yeah.
I feel the same thing about Francis Bernard. Somebody see something in Francis Bernard.
I'm gonna add something too.
To practice the whole time, but they had never even questioned about letting him go.
Hey, I'm gonna add somebody else to to the list since we co-hosted. Luke. See,
these guys.
Coach, let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question real quick. Whatever happened to the day where special teams used to earn you a starting job? Luke has been balling on special teams and is a sure tackler, and he put on weight.
That's right, but this brings it back to why they kept so many linebackers.
Yeah.
But this is the interesting point, boss, and I'm going right back to Francis Bernard. Francis Bernard is not even a good special team player because he never played them in college. He had a hard time last year playing special teams. So why are they so enamored with keeping him? Because the kid can play linebacker. And the reason they didn't give it, see, this was the old regime. It kills me because we had guys, if we gave them a chance to play, we probably wouldn't have to do so many moves in off season. But there's a reason why a team, anytime a team that has in the pro team that only has 53 spots, and you hold a guy that's an undrafted free agent, and you hold a guy and he's been hurt the whole preseason, the whole thing, and you hold a guy and you wait for him to get healthy to come back. Someone in that building has seen what they're about to see once this kid get a chance to play.
Hey, no.
Because that's why you're not worried about linebackers. You can let Jalen go. We wonder why. Okay, and with Luke too. Well, you say okay to let Jalen go. Well, we're not going to sign LVE to no 5th-year contract because they feel that they have people like the 2 linebackers that are going to be replacements for these guys because they see their play, and that's where we just need that. And if it's not Reuben Foster, which I think Reuben Foster will fit well beside Parsons.
Hold on, Coach. Let's address the elephant in the room. I'm gonna kick this to you first, and then I'm gonna take it after you talk about this. Cause Burleson raised a legitimate concern. Let's address it. He said, "I feel you, boss, but I can't do Foster in Dallas. He way too much." What's your thoughts?
With this type of team, you don't need nothing negative. You don't need a negative influence around people like Parsons, right? I could understand that. But if we have an injury, right, we may have to think about a guy. At least bring him in for a cup of coffee.
Yeah, at least that.
Let's do a little evaluation of it. But I got kind of concerned because I've seen him go in a couple of other places, like Seattle. He went to another place, and it seemed like, and that's a big question mark around a player of that magnitude and that ability. Yeah. When he goes into places where people need linebackers, he goes in for a cup of coffee and nothing happens.
Right.
So something is going. So because you can get him on the cheap.
Right.
So something is a disconnect.
Right.
Somewhere.
Right.
Because why would the Packers, if they need a linebacker, I mean, and this is not no shot at Jalen, but why would we kick the tires with Jalen and let's not kick the tires with Reuben Foster?
Well,
let me
address.
That's the thing. But bring him in and see what I would do is bring him in and put him in the practice squad and see if he deals with that.
Right.
What's worth putting him on the practice squad?
Nothing. And let me say something to C. And I'm gonna just keep it real, C. Aldon Smith took away every excuse to never gamble on risky players. There will likely be no player riskier than what Aldon was.
No.
For real. It was the amount of time in which he didn't play. Risk. His rap sheet long with a lot of issues that point straight to mental illness and a bad one. And the fact that we took Alden, listen, people with question marks, I'm putting them on the potential list. I am. Because we just did that wow move. Alden
well, you
was
know
a
why
wow
we did
move.
that? Know why we did all this, Smith? You know why?
Yeah.
Because we had a defensive coordinator to come in that had no plan of what he wanted at all. He had no plan. He was like, okay, whatever y'all got, whatever y'all bring in, that's fine. I'll work with it.
Yeah.
He had no plan. He had nothing. And that is the worst thing of a coordinator could come in and say, okay, y'all pick all the groceries for me, and y'all tell me what y'all want me to do with it. That's why you get fired. That's how you get fired.
Right.
You know, if I'm coming in as a job as a coordinator, the head of the defense, I got to have say so in that room, or my words got to be where I can get the material or tell or really put out what I really want, because my job is on the line, and my job is going to be based off my performance, and my performance is off your players, and your players can't do what I want to do, then I'm going to look bad, but I look bad because of my own decisions when I came in. I allowed you to make me look bad.
Right.
And Quinn did not allow, and he didn't come in gangster, but he came in and said, this is the type of players that I want. And I'm going to go through your defensive staff, your defensive of players you got coming back, and in addition to how I would have done it, we're going to put 3 back buckets. These are the guys that free agents, I don't want them to sign back. These are the guys that you still got on contract. We're going to keep these guys. These are the guys we're going to let go. And these are the kind of guys we're going to bring in and allow me to put my imprint on this defense so I can say that I have some of the materials that I want, and let's work with it. That's why I say when we have guys on the sideline, like the guy that blocked the 2 linebackers, and we keep those guys, there has been some film evaluation on these guys when they played Saturday last year. There's been some watching them in practice, and they like these guys, and these guys fit Dan Quinn's what he wants. That's why you keep them, because you could have let them go easily, but you kept them even though they wasn't on the field. Now you're going to pay benefits for you now because they don't have their chance to play. And I think that's another reason Jalen wasn't there, because you want to find places to fit these guys in when they come back. So we got to clear the room out. So when we talk about taking chances on guys with character issues,
yeah,
they have to be who Dan Quinn wants. It has to be a person that Dan Quinn says, this is my type of guy. This is what, and he has to make the call on that, because I can't allow you, if I'm a coordinator, I'm against you taking a chance on somebody that's not my type of guy, or I can't relate to him on a mental capacity.
Right.
Right? Because if it goes wrong, they're not going to say that Will McClay messed up. They're not going to say Jerry messed up. They're not going to say Steven messed up. They're going to say Dan Quinn didn't do his job.
And Coach, let me address this comment real quick. Thank you for co-hosting with me.
Man, boss, let me tell you something, man. Keep on doing what you're doing, man. Just tell the Cowboy fans we're going to move on, and this game right here is going to be a great test for our offensive line. Going to be a test for Steele. It's going to be a very big test for our middle people, because Zimmer is going to come after our weak links. We playing another team that's going to come after them, and I think the Cowboys are looking at the future, and they know where they're self-evaluating themselves, and we should be thankful that we are doing things different in Cowboy land, and we are moving people, and we are putting people into place where they're going to be more productive for this football team.
Yes, we are. Thank you again, Coach. Always great.
All right, man. Y'all have a good night.
Thank you, Coach. Coach Force definitely matter. He's a good voice for the Cowboys. He's a good person for ideas and common sense ways for us to win. He's somebody that obviously brings value to the show, but also he brings value in terms of good ideas that we both discuss. I talk to him a lot, at least maybe once every 2 weeks, and we talk about football. That's all we talk about. And we talk about ways in which the Dallas Cowboys can improve. So DP Johnson said, and I want to take this because he had a great historical comment in the last show that we did. When I did this show, he jumped in the comments and he wrote down the real specifics of what really happened with Lyle historically. And you're one of the few, DP, who got it all right about what really happened and what's really going on now. It shows me that you're fully tuned in to the Cowboys and even the back office affairs. So, yes, I did discuss what we discussed on Lyle earlier and in a lot of detail. So make sure, DP and everybody else, if you have not, first make sure y'all like and subscribe to Boss Cowboy Sports. That's the first thing. Okay, make sure y'all hit that like button because then that's going to help this video be recommended. Number 2, also do it on Facebook. We want y'all to do it on Facebook as well, to where whenever we go live, make sure you get the notifications on both platforms. Okay, so that's first. So second, I want to talk about, and actually I'm gonna say last, okay, this is something that I think is appropriate to talk about last because as I was saying to Douglas, it's done. Like, this is just a matter of formality, what's going on, to be all the way honest with Lyle. This stuff is getting ready to happen. It's no doubt. It's the writing is all the way on the wall. All I want y'all to do is listen. Just listen. Watch this.
It sounds like Lyle Collins is going to be the backup guard tackle from what we hear from Mike McCarthy. Is that your sense of what Lyle will be on Sunday night?
Well, I don't want to go specific. I really do think that's placed for Mike and his judgment there and see how Lyle and see what they're doing. I'm talking Minnesota. So what I do like is that I've always known that the people that knew Lyle the best really knew his game the best. I thought he was as good or better guard than he was a tackle. I've always known that the people that knew Lyle the best really knew his game the best. I thought he was as good or better guard than he was a tackle. And so if we do have that kind of better guard than he was a tackle, I thought he was as good or better guard than he was a tackle. The best really knew his game the best. I thought he was as good or better guard than he was a tackle. The people that knew Lyle the best really knew his game the best. I thought he was as good or better guard than he was a tackle. And so if we do have that kind of flex with him, and if Steele's play has given us an opportunity to get that position flex out of Lyle, he becomes that much more valuable, Lyle.
So remember, this is actually why y'all should follow Boss Cowboys Sports. Because I said this before Jerry said it. When it finally start coming out that they was getting ready to implement what I've been lobbying for 2 years. This is not a fad to Boss Cowboy Sports. It's actually in my book. This whole concept of best five from 2 years ago. It's in my book right there. Okay? Sitting right there. I said, believe it or not, this is not a knock on Lael's skills. Versatility allows for the Cowboys to work magic. Because a lot of people, trust me, they are upset. They mad. They angry. They pissed. They mad. They mad at me. They mad at this channel. I saw somebody call the OC the light-skinned fat dude on Vox channel hating on us. And it's like, bro, when this is implemented, I don't want to see y'all celebrating, okay? Because you went too hard against people who was really trying to do what's best for the team. Jerry, if you listen closely to what he said people that I knew, always thought Lael was a better guard than he was tackle. See, because what they do is they factor in where you're going. See, when we measure, we don't measure right. We measure wrong. Everybody say, when he was a rookie, he wasn't as good. We got us a super chat. Hold on real quick. Stop everything when that happened. Real quick. My boy said, you wasn't by yourself about Lael moving back to guard, boss. That's truly his best position. Dog, thank you. You know what I mean? And it's a lot of people really don't believe that. But Jerry himself is showing that it's a lot of people who thought like us. To where, yeah, he's versatile. He's extremely freakish to where he can play both. But this is what Jason Garrett said. This is who I believe Jerry's talking about. He said, we think he has the physical ability to play a couple of different spots. Coach Jason Garrett said. He continued. He was a tackle for most of his career in college, but did play guard. We. So when you hear Jerry say, the people in the building that I know always consider him just as good or better a guard than he was tackle. Because what they're saying is, if we would have left him at guard, he would have been just as good as what he became at tackle. Because people faking, they act like he just came out like Slater day one dominating at tackle. That's a lie. He had to develop. But there was one position where he had a high grade instantly, and it was guard. So what about when he could have developed? What if we just let him develop at the guard position? What would he be now? See, that's what Jerry talking about. That's what the people that's arguing about this not factoring in. He never had a chance to develop. Yeah, Jessica, she say they hating on Lael. Yeah. And they hating for they actually hating on Steele. That's who they hating on. Because they protecting Connor Williams. That's what these people, they view Connor Williams as a son. They love La'el. They hating on Steele. That's who they hating on. Because all these people that got objections on Steele never show no videos. They never do film. We got 1,000 film guys as podcasters, but a lot of opinions, no film. The people that's showing you the film on Steele is only on this channel. And this is what Jason Garrett said. We see him as a guy who can maybe do both of those things as he goes. Y'all see that? As he goes. Meaning Jason Garrett always saw him as a player that could be moved if necessary. And with us having a right tackle playing as good as what he's playing, it is now necessary. Accept it. Accept it. Stop fighting. Stop hating on Steele. Stop hating on the ideal. Get on board. Let's root this train on. It is gone. It's going to happen. It's going to happen within 2 games. La'el is going to walk out there as the left guard. Jerry told us on a previous interview, I quote, I can imagine Steele and La'el on the field at the same time soon. So everybody that Connor Williams is not that bad. Hell, we're averaging 5 yards a carry. What y'all want to do, 10? Yeah. Yeah. What you want, 7 yards a carry? Uh-huh. Yep. I take that. What you want, total domination, boss? You can't be content? Nope. 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 I'm greedy. For 6. And for 6, put La'el at left guard. And stop making this hard. This is not hard. This is not a hard thing. This is actually simple. The man said now out his mouth. I just wonder what they gonna come up with tomorrow. They gonna come up with something, bro, because they always do. La'el said out his own
It sounds like La'el
mouth.
Collins is going to be the backup guard tackle from what
He said out his own mouth, I am more natural on the left side. Me. My name is La'el. I am more effective on the left side. Me. My name is La'el. I am better when I play on the left. But this is what people gonna say. Don't move him, because you gonna hurt. You gonna hurt everybody. Ooh, Keystone. I'm surprised you ain't called in yet, bro. We've been waiting to hear from you, bro. Because I got to put this coming in. And I agree with this. Doug Free retirement killed that growth and still reopened that can of worms. And he mean that in a good way. Yes, indeed. My brother Keystone. Ooh, Keystone said that so perfect. The can of worms is open. Accept it. It's going to be good. I'm telling y'all, this is going to be one of the best running teams that you have ever seen. Once La'el lines up on the left side and looks at T. Smith and say, bro, we finna turn this side apart. Still gonna look at Zach Martin and say, bro, we competing with the left side. Let's show which side is the nasty side. And they gonna all begin to eat like Pac-Man eat dots. Look at Steele in the running game. Y'all got listen. This is getting ready to be added to Lyle. Man, this is still in the running game, man. Y'all got still messed up. Keep your eyes on this man. He is a monster and he's young. He got Olayed right there. He lost on that one. He did. He put his head down. You can get a chance to drive. But you get ready to see, yeah, Liel, finish Bosa. Finish Bosa. That's what I'm talking about. Finish him. Yeah, let's just look it up. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? What you gonna see is my ball is consistently first off the ball. He consistently getting pushed off the ball. Man, y'all got still messed up, man. Why you think they keep running to the right? But guess what? When you put Lyle on the left, you gonna be able to run just as look how many times they run it to the right. Why? They just run it to the right just cause you know they just think it's cute over there. That's the advantage. Look what happened when they go to the left. Stalemate. Watch what happened. They run to the right. 6, 5 yard, 7 yard chunks. Look how many times they run it to the right. Oh, he got stuff right there. But that wasn't because of. Hold on, real quick. We got us a super chat. Let's stop talking when we get those. Hold on real quick. I stopped talking. Y'all see how fast I stopped talking? Y'all want me to shut me up? Put a super chat in there. He said, bro, they think they can run to the right side now. Just wait till they'll get on that left side. Exactly. So I'm excited, man. I'm happy. This is obviously something I should be happy about. I've been lobbying for this. Y'all can see. For people that came in late, I've been talking about this. I said moving Collins back to left guard could generate a better overall offensive line. I said that 2 years ago, bro. Ain't no fad here. Nope. Ain't no fad here. So it might be with other people because now you're hearing everywhere best five. Maybe they're trying to make the best five. Oh, you know, I was watching Jane Slater go back and forth. She was going back and forth with Bobby Belt. And he said, I'm old enough to remember when this was considered fantasy football. And then, maybe it's called getting your best five and get an improved play at left guard. Oh, yeah, it's everywhere now. It's like, damn, you can't get away from best five. But you better remember, somebody been talking about this over 2 years. Over 2 years. Now, when it happened and when it's epic, y'all remember what person, what show, what channel was always beating this drum. Yes, Jessica. She said tag team coming. Exactly. See, all that running we doing to the right, we gonna be able to do to the left. We gonna be able to do whatever we want on the ground. And this is what me and Coach Marv talk about behind the scenes. It was either me and him or me and the OC. But somebody said this. I'm going to give him credit. Because it's true. It's two things that can guarantee travel in the postseason. A running game and a defense. If you have a running game, you can run in the cold, you can run in sleet, you can run in bad weather, you can run in clear skies. If you got a running team, you take that on the road. See, just think about it. Remember when we played New England? And they had 40 miles an hour winds? It was cold and sleeting? Oh, this high-powered offensive throwing? Oh, it's not the same when that wind is 30 miles an hour. But you know what you can do? Hand that ball off. Ain't no wind taking that. Ain't no wind taking that. So if you can make that left side just as good as that right side. See, some of our fans weird, bro. Josh, you weird. You are weird. See, y'all want to be so right, so bad on Lyle. Y'all just want him to play right tackle so bad that y'all starting to act just like y'all used to act with Romo versus Dak, where you start actually wishing bad things on your own team because you want to be right so bad. Look at this. Y'all gonna have the same energy if still gets Dak hurt. Is it worth all that, Josh? Is it worth all that to feel right? To where you actually saying stuff like that? And you serious? See, this is the issue. I have no problem with people disagreeing with the idea. But some of y'all get to the level where it's toxic and it's weird. And listen, I done went through all the facts. I done showed you, Josh. I done showed you that Lyle said he's more natural at left guard. I showed the film of Steele one-on-one with Bosa. That people lie and say he's getting help. Even with all the evidence, y'all still hoping death on your own player just to be right. Y'all weird. You Cowboy fans are sometimes damn weirdos. You weirdos. And see, yeah, major weirdos. Like, for instance, all this Romo versus Dak stuff that we still got going on is weird. This is exactly why I say never go to a place where they bet against you. Because they go do everything to make themselves look right. That's what's going on with Steele at right tackle. Jerry spoke on it. Mike McCarthy spoke on it. Lyle spoke on it. Everybody spoke on it in agreement in doing it. The only people still hating on this is our fans. Is being right that more? Is it being right that important to where you want to say this morbid, weird shit like this? Of course, I don't want Steele to get my quarterback hurt. But where was your energy when Lyle showed up out of shape? So undrafted free agent had to step in to protect your quarterback. Oh, what was your energy? What was your anger, sir? So when Lyle came in out of shape, what was your anger? Because guess what? He was protecting Dak then. And the guy who stepped up, who had to, and did it, was the guy you hope and don't, which is crazy. This guy stepped in. He worked his ass off, got himself in premium shape. He is known to sleep in the building to be ready. And that is the guy y'all wishing death on. It is crazy as hell. This is Romo versus Dak part 2, to where some of you Romo heads wanted Romo to win so bad that you started rooting against Dak. It is weird. Weirdo. Cuckoo. Weirdos. Cowboy fans, weirdos. Yeah. I mean, nah, it's not cool. It's not cool. It's okay to disagree on the idea again. That's fine. And I understand the risk. You have a guy that's young protecting your quarterback. That's a big risk. I get it. I really do get it. Josh, I get it. I understand why people would be passionate. But don't start saying stuff like this. This is some bad energy, voodoo, hoodoo crazy stuff that you just said. It's not that important to be right to where you start hoping your own quarterback get hurt so you can say, see, we should have started like L. It's weird. All of us that have this idea to win 6. I showed everybody that I've been talking about this, so this show ain't for clout. I put this in the book over 2 years ago, so this ain't no trend to Boss Cowboy Sports. This is an idea that have been practiced and proven around the league, that sometimes you can have versatile players switch when the team needs them to. But only here do where we start acting like it's just gonna just die. They had 10 games to look at still. 10. Everybody just count 5, but it's been 10. More than 10. But it's been 10 consecutive good games by Steele. So no, I'm not cool with that. I'm not cool with that. You know I went hard at you, my brother. I usually don't do that. But don't start talking about Dak getting hurt, bro. That's gonna piss me off. See, because for some of y'all, this is a football team. This is my actual city, okay? I love my team. So there's no way I'm going to ever talk about an idea that I think is going to hurt my team, sir, okay? Or hurt my quarterback, sir. Okay, what if Connor Williams, with all these holding calls and bull rushes that he loses to, get him hurt? It's so many reasons that could get hurt other than just Steele. We got a super chat. Yeah. I told y'all, I'm going to give y'all that smoke if you want it. See, I ain't that channel, bro. I'm not that channel. See, listen, I'm a channel to where I can disagree. But we go do it a certain kind of way. It got to be respectful between both of us, all of us. But we not go act like that because we have the privilege of social media, which can hide you. No, act like you in my face and act like you got some respect. Everybody, because I'm going to treat you like that. But if you step out of line, I'm going to check you. That's what it is. That's everybody. And you should check me. If I trip. But I talk to y'all respectfully, and I don't say crazy stuff about people getting hurt. All right, let me move on, man. Yeah, my bad, y'all. Yeah. My boy Tyrone Church say Tristan Hill playing Sunday night, and Collins is a very good tackle, but a tread Hall of Fame guard. Let me get to your stuff and read it all. Let's go Cowboys. Yeah. Because I actually think he's great in both. I think he can, level off to greatness in both, Tyrone. Because, Lyle was in the green room, meaning he was expected to be drafted in the first round at either guard or tackle. He was considered a first rounder in both. And Nick talked about, Tyrone, that the Cowboys have been getting calls on Steele. People want to trade for Steele now, offering as high as a second and a first. So just think about that. Other teams are saying they think Steele playing on the first round level. But our fans are mad. Our fans are angry. They're so fucking angry. They're angry as hell. They mad. They look, we got teams out there calling, trying to get a guy that we got as an undrafted free agent, trying to give up a second or first. And we over here like, don't start him. Don't because Lyle was a all pro in 2019. They don't mention hip surgery. They don't mention none of that. They don't mention him being out of shape. They just talk about the play. This ain't real, man. Listen, man. Y'all gotta listen. When you come to Boss Cowboy Sports, it's all about being honest over here, man. So y'all really think all of y'all that just hate this idea so much, you just hate it. You really think teams watched him go against Bosa, give up 0 sacks, 0 tackles for loss, 0 QB hits, and then say, that's a swing tackle. They grow on trees. See, only Cowboy fans think that. Only Cowboy fans like, he needs to go to the bench. No, that dude need to keep playing. And you need to take the versatile guy that was drafted to be a versatile guy that Jason Garrett and Jerry and Mike McCarthy and himself said, I am natural on the left. Even Lyle said it. Lyle said it, and they still saying, no, don't play him at guard. I can't, bro. I can't. Because now it's obvious this is personal. Everybody spoke. Jerry spoke. Lyle spoke. Mike spoke. But y'all still just want Boss to be wrong. That's all it is. This is why I say never go to places where they bet on you. Bet against you. Never. Because they go out their way to make themselves look right about you, whatever opinion they made. So what's happening is you got a lot of people that bet against Steele. So they're fighting to be right. That's what's happening. And it's a bunch of ego and a bunch of pride on a high level. And they know Boss been standing for this, so they come in and they attack Boss, or they go to other channels where they feel safe and they talk fly. Because the people they listening to is still feeding them lies, even though it's already came out from Jerry himself and everybody themselves that still is staying at right tackle. They still want to take shots at the idea. Get over it. It's happening. Now get on board and let's get going with this best 5 so we can bully teams and not each other. Yeah. So anyway, I already told you, Boss Cowboy Sports is not for everybody. If you want to go to places where they go pom and tell you lies, even though it has already came out on everything I've been saying, people still gonna be lying to you like this a bad idea. They gonna still call this Madden because at this point they're trying to save face. That's what's going on. All these people stepped out. Oh, Lyle is just way better. You have to help Steele. Then I come out with the tape and show. I show. No, bro, they're not helping Steele. He was on an island with Bosa, with the Giants, with New England. They're not helping him, bro. The results that he's getting, he's earned on his own. These results came mostly not getting help with an all-world pass rusher. But we look at these results and say, that's a swing. Liel was an all-pro. He gonna get us hurt. But they say nothing about this dude showing up out of shape, which would have got Dak hurt. What if we didn't have, let me ask this question, Josh, what if we didn't have Lyle? Steele. What if the guy you wish and hurt our quarterback? What if we didn't even have Steele and the guy that y'all keep betting on, Lyle, came in out of shape and got hurt, left us with nobody to protect Dak? Where will we be right now? what would our record be if we had a tackle who was Chaz Green? What? See, they don't think like that. Because if they did, they would appreciate still. They just spoiled. They want their way. I want my guy to play right tackle. I want my guy. My guy. And I say, what you worried about? Let me show you him versus Bosa one-on-one. Oh, he's doing okay. Okay. If he holding up on Bosa, if he holding up on New England, who had the top sack artist at the time, maybe we got us something. No, we don't think like that. Yeah, Ed, I tried to call you earlier too. I'm gonna call you right now because I see you up. I'm finna call my boy Ant. We finna talk about Ant. I see you up, bro. I'm calling you right now, bro. This is a super late show. Let's go. I know you down for it. We'll call you, bro. Let's talk some ball, man. Hold on real quick. Call my partner, man, so we can talk some ball. I like talking ball with people with common sense. My boy Anthony got some common sense. Give me a second, man. I'm going to call you real quick. Now, my tape, they don't leave out plays either. It's the good and the bad. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's the good and the bad. And I'm calling you now. Pick up too, bro. Don't be over here, man. Oh, I was asleep, man. I was with the wife. Man, we'll need you with the wife right now, man. You need to do your duty, man. The nation needs you, bro. Let's go. All right, here we go. Mm-hmm. Calling my boy, man. We finna get on this, talk this ball. All right, got him. Yeah.
What's up, my brother?
What's up, my brother?
Yeah, I'm here, man.
Sleep.
Thank you for speaking up on what I feel like is the key to another Super Bowl, man. You know, one point I wanted to say is what happened to understanding that even everybody has to grow. You know, it's like you said, it's the Dak Romo situation all over again. You know, and it takes players sometimes a little time, you know, to get their feet up under them. What happened to that? You know what I mean? Like, still, you know, he had to adjust. You know, but why do we focus on young players that got through in the fire that may not have looked great as I guess people thought they should? What about them holding up and growing and improving? Why are we just throwing players under the bus off of them being thrown in the rough situations? Even if you didn't like that, even if you didn't like Steele in the beginning, what happened to giving them time? You know, I just don't get it, man. And I like our culture now. It's no guarantees. You know, it's no politics and predetermined positions. Everybody having to earn their keep. You know, what's the problem? Why are we falling in love with people and then I don't get it, man. Like you said, it's weird. It's weird. And ain't nobody more of a Cowboy fan than me. I love Lyle Collins, but come on, man, you a grown man. You a grown man that's getting paid a lot of money. Romo was a grown man getting paid a lot of money. And you know, but when you relaxed and when you got that prima donna creeping in, you know, and you showing up, anybody here that's working, if you ain't doing your job and you showing up to work late or you showing up unprepared, what's gonna happen? So why do they think these guys are exempt? You know, no great organization and no winning team functions like that, man. So, man, y'all quit falling in love with these cats because they on TV and be men, dude. You a bunch of boppers and you weird because you falling in love with other grown men. That's what's happening. I'm sorry, you know what I mean? Get mad if you want. But, man, we trying to win. We trying to win 6. I don't care who they bring in. If they performing and they helping and they, just like you said with Steele, you reward somebody who works hard, puts in the work, and produces. That sends a message through the organization, definitely in athletics. That, man, I work for, it's a chance for me. It's going to bring out the best in everybody. And it sends a message. So, I mean, you know, yeah. And then, guess what's going to happen? As soon as Collins, if he works his way on the field, we got the best 5 out there, and we got the #1 running game, and we in these playoffs and all of that, these same people going to either be quiet or, like you said, or be weirdly wishing for our downfall just to be right. So I'm standing with you. Y'all not real Cowboy fans. Y'all not.
No. And see, look at this, Anthony. My boy said, still had help versus Joel Bosa. See, didn't I say that? They lie. That's all they do. They make up stuff. See, I'm going to show the film. Now, this is versus Bosa. This is every pass play, Anthony. You're not going to be able to see it. But this is every one. If I just let it play, look at how many times he get help. He didn't get help there. Okay? We gonna just let it run. We can keep talking. So he lined up next to Schultz. Let's see if Schultz help. No, Schultz don't help him. Okay, so let's keep looking. Now,
just off memory, I can remember it couldn't have been that much help because we had too many people going out in the passing game.
Exactly.
Going out running routes.
Right. Exactly.
Go 4 wide and all of that, and have chippers and all of that staying in.
Now, Josh, I see you in the comments talking. I need you watching because you said he getting help. I want you to look at each play. He ain't got that. He finally got help right there. Zeke came up one time to check Bosa. But the last 5 was all still on the island. There he is again. No help. So 6 out of 1. We now at play 6. One time he got help. Now it's 7 out of 1. Let's keep going. Now let me put up his comment because this is what they do. They say stuff like still had help versus Joey Bosa. I'm gonna leave the comment up there and I'm gonna let y'all look at the film. Now it's 8 to 1. Okay. Nine to 1. Hold on, Ant. I'm gonna stop at 10. Because
being excited about a young player.
Instead of being excited about this, they saying stuff that you can clearly see is not happening. Now it's 10 to 1. By the time I finish, it's gonna be about 20 to 1. Okay. Now this is the film where you can see. Is he one-on-one or are people lining up helping him or people chipping or running backs coming over there banging on the defensive end? No. Yeah, and my boy said a quick chip. Yeah, it was very quick and unnecessary because he had Bosa under control. Now this is the film. Now they go look right at the film and deny it. Now it's 12 to 1. I'm sorry, 13 to 1. This is another one. 14 to 1. I ain't got a show no more. Let's keep talking, Ed.
And that's exactly what you're doing right now is exactly what happened in that Cowboys organization. They was in there looking at this, breaking it down. They even before the game.
Right.
I guarantee they was discussing. If he holds up today, guys, we gotta you know what I mean? Guys, if he gets through this game and we really got to think. This wasn't an overnight decision or, y'all, I know y'all going to try to destroy Mike McCarthy and them like they just doing something off the wall. No. Them men make millions of dollars to do their job, man. They was doing the same thing Boss Cowboys doing. And yeah. So,
they looked at the film.
Right. If you want to be mad at anybody, be mad at Collins.
Right.
Not because he's being unfair to Collins, but because, dude, handle your business.
Right.
And I'm going to tell y'all something, Boss Cowboy, and I'm going to chill, man. But I'm telling y'all something, because I work with kids, and I worked in athletics. I'm concerned, man, because we are so afraid to hold people accountable, especially our young men these days. We so afraid. Everybody's so emotional and protective of cats that's tripping.
Yeah, and see, look at this. I told you. He was going to change the narrative. Boss, a lot of those clips, Dax gets rid of the ball in 1.5 seconds, like he got a clock. You see what I'm saying? See, like he's sitting over there with a clock. Stop, Josh. Stop. See, sometimes you got to just say, you know what? I see the film. You was right. See, all I did was show you each one of the past plays where you said, sir, he was getting help. Now you're trying to switch it to Dak getting the ball out.
So what's going to happen?
Nah, listen. I am your friend. Anthony, who's on the phone, he's your friend. Your friend tell you the truth. See, what's happening is you getting wired up by other people that you trust, okay? And they got you feeling like we making a huge mistake because we taking Lay L and moving him to left guard. And in your mind, because you've been convinced by others, you thinking that Steele is trash. Even though I can show you on film him versus Bosa, okay? One-on-one, and show you no sacks, no hits, one pressure, holding up one-on-one. I can show you with the film. And you know what you do? You go back and you listen to crooked pastors, Jim Jones of the podcast community, people that's looking you in your face and lying to you. Because I'm saying, if I got any critics, show me the film. Show me the film of Steele playing trash. Show me the epic film of Steele getting help. Show me. Show me. Because I showed you the Chargers versus Bosa. I can show you New England. I can show you every game, and that man was 95% on an island. But because people said over and over and over, we believe what we hear versus what we see. And I can put it right in his face and say, bro, this is the film. Don't listen to me. Don't listen to another podcaster. Listen to your own eyes. Can you do that? Can you do it?
We building a culture where you can work your way on the field.
Right.
I'm ecstatic.
Yes.
That politics are finally seeming to be dying in our organization.
Yes.
Favoritism.
Yes.
And we wondering why we 5-1. We wondering why we got the number one offense in the league. We wondering why we in the top five rankings and all. We wondering why. But y'all want to go back to favoritism and and letting, you know, and I love Romo. It wasn't no more of a Romo fan than me. But Romo showed up out of check.
Listen, tell them the story of Romo and you.
Okay, the rookie year, I love Romo, man. I felt like Romo carried us when we didn't have nothing. I had a Romo jersey. I was Romo, and I saw that, and Dak. I knew he was special. I'm gonna be honest with you. I watched Dak since Mississippi State. I knew he was special, but I didn't want Dak to continue to start. I wanted to. I said Romo, in my mind, earned the right to go out on his shield. So I was like, listen, Boss Cowboy, man, I hear you talking about Dak because he was 100% Dak. I said, no, Romo needs to get him one more shot. And I wanted Romo to get one more shot because I feel like he deserved it. And also, I knew the fan base. I knew that if Dak, just took that job and never gave it back, that everybody was going to whine and cry and attack Dak because they felt like Romo got slighted. But the thing and I told Boss, I said, he kept winning. He just kept winning. Dak, I'm talking about, just kept winning.
Yep.
And I said, well, if he does what he's been doing in Pittsburgh, in the Pittsburgh game, back when Pittsburgh was some monsters.
Yep.
I said, there's no way we can take them out.
Yep.
And guess what? That's the game we showed out, and we beat Pittsburgh 2016 in Pittsburgh.
Right. Me and you was sitting at the bar.
In the golf course, yeah.
No, that was the bar. Or was it the golf course? I don't know.
It was the golf course. It was like the golf course.
Yeah, so we was sitting there. I remember I was having a drink. And you looked at me when Dak had that game-winning drive, and you said, we can't move him.
We can't move him.
See, that's loyalty. See, he preferred Romo, but he was like, you know what? But there is a limit where if this youngster does this, we got to go with the youngster.
Right.
See, but what you did that's different than what Josh is doing, you didn't move your goalposts. You said, if he does this, I'm rolling with him. What a lot of people do is they'll say, like I just did, he needed help. And I show the film. Oh, where's the help? Oh, that getting the ball out. So now you done switched it.
And the funny thing about it is, in that situation, even Romo, I remember seeing the clip. And Romo, like, conceded almost, like nodded, like, well, you know what I mean? Even he did that in that game when Dak won that game. And so, you know, and Lyle is doing that right now.
Yeah.
You know, at some point they was like, well, you know, even if they doing it, what's wrong with y'all, man? And you know what, Marcus, honestly, man, what it is these cats never competed and never been a part of anything that was a winning. You know, because that's normal for a winning organization and a team and men that they'll concede when a guy impresses them, man. That's just, it is what it is. It's competition. It's sports. It's no excuses, man. It's no excuses. So I saw somebody making excuses for Collins today for messing up that drug test situation or showing up out what?
Somebody did what?
Out here. Making excuses, man. Making excuses for Collins, like, okay, the NFL, you know, did him wrong. Okay, cool.
What?
Okay, showing up out of shape. Okay, missing all these games. Okay, we gonna keep on making excuses for a grown man?
No.
Come on, y'all. And I love Collins, man.
Yeah.
But you open the door, Collins.
Yes.
At the end of the day, you open the door, sir.
Yeah, we wouldn't have not saw Steele if you would have been in shape.
If you would have been in shape, and if you would have did whatever you had to do to pass, you let us down. What are you kidding me? We could be 1-5. Dak could be hurt. You know,
right?
Steele wasn't ready.
If Steele wasn't ready, see, Anthony. Before I got on the call with you, that's why this is a great call. That's why I said. Before I got a call on you, I said, what if Steele wasn't ready? They don't think like that. You see what I'm saying? To your point, and excellent point. What if he came in out of shape?
Right.
But he didn't. Jerry said he lives in the gym.
Right. And even if Collins works his way back to starting, man, it's still a better approach to me to make him work to get it back to grow his character, man.
Yeah.
That's how human beings are. We can't give people stuff easy and think it's gonna stretch them and they're gonna go above and beyond. Even if it's that approach, I'm okay with it. But just to get a man, I mean, I wouldn't be okay with it honestly because he'll earn the right. Earn the right, man. And guess what they gonna do, boss?
What? Yeah.
Soon as Steele give up a sack.
Oh, they gonna crucify him. Steele, I said this to West Coast. I said Steele is getting ready to be the new Dak. Remember how they used to do Dak? Dak could throw for 400 yards, but if he missed one throw, it would be screenshots of that one throw.
Inaccurate.
Inaccurate. He don't lead his receivers. He can't throw deep. And it was coming from our fans. So there are some late L. Collins fans. I promise you, we saw one tonight. It's some Lael Collins fans that's sitting back, waiting on the sack. They hoping that get hurt so they can say, "See, I was right."
And they also, this is a generation to me too of people who want to give participation trophies, to all the kids, because they don't want to hurt nobody's feelings. That's y'all soccer moms.
Wait.
But real champions don't function like that, man. Real champions hold men accountable, hold boys accountable. To hold a spot down, to be there for the team, and in school days, to get your grades. And if you flunked off the team, I don't care how good you were, you let the team down.
Yeah.
You let the team down, and you have to be held accountable for that.
Yeah.
Especially if I got somebody who took the opportunity and ran with it. I can't uproot that. I can't uproot. Do y'all not think that it's people in the Cowboys locker room that are cheering for Steele for stepping up and doing a great job? Do y'all not think that Steele is finna play with his hair on fire right now because that coach stood up for him and fought for him to keep his spot? Do y'all not think that's sending shockwaves of competitiveness through that locker room?
Oh my God! Look at this. Hold on. Can you see this play? Watch Steele pancake this dude. Oh my God! Watch this. Ooh! Man, y'all got Steele messed up, bro. Oh my God! Hold on, Ed. Oh my God! Look at this. God. Ooh, Steele got him. Get him, boy. Ooh, and that's a youngster. This was his first game, bro. And they go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead, bro.
No, I just, man, I'm just talking about culture again. That's how you that's how you build a winning, thriving, competitive team. Is you reward people based on principle. And if you can do that in a locker room where it's millionaires, I don't care how much money people make, keep the culture, may the best man win. Keep it competitive. Make guys fight. That's all McCarthy's saying. That's all he's saying. He said, I like the competition. I like what we're doing. Them guys going to have to fight it out.
Yep.
That's how you win, man.
Yeah. And, if you look at Liel body language, his body language from a dad is what you want to see. Head down, shame. Because he knows me being out of shape caused this. I'm not going to say that he did bribe, because I don't know that, okay? But it's pretty well known that he came in out of shape. And you got a daughter. I got 2 sons. I never babied them when they deserve the discipline that they're getting. Because I know in the long run, it's going to make my son better.
Right. You know what?
I know. And see, I want y'all to know, this is a state winning coach here I'm talking to. This man has won 3 state championships that I'm talking to. Okay? So I'm not talking to just anybody. I'm talking to somebody who understands the culture of winning, who understands building a winning culture. That's who I'm talking to right now. Okay? And when you see somebody like L, in my opinion, right, the way that he is, I also know that this is the making of greatness. That the moment he get a chance anywhere, whether it be right tackle or left guard, he will never be out of shape again. He never would do bribes again. This is the face you want on a talented guy, a guy with a first-round grade, a true freak. He is now awake. He will not take this lightly anymore, and he would destroy the first man put in front of him, whether it's guard or tackle. We getting ready to see a monster Lee L just because we did the right thing.
Right. That's
Yeah.
true, man.
Yeah. So
True. I want to see him at left guard after this. Oh my God.
I do too. And let's also keep it real. It's pressure on Steele.
Right.
See, it's a different pressure when Romo is behind you. Right? Lee L behind Steele is like Romo behind Dak. He's itching for you to mess up, because if Romo would have got back in, Dak wasn't. Shoot, Romo was coming in to kill. He was coming in like he was gonna make it real clear. I am the quarterback.
And so again, you're right. We talking about the championship culture. Look at the chain reaction of this decision, right?
Yes.
Like you said, that's Heat pushing Steele if he doesn't start. If he doesn't start, that's Heat pushing Connor Williams.
Yes.
If he does start, that's a extremely motivated left guard that everybody's saying was a Pro Bowler going to left guard. You know, it's so many chain reactions for making the right decisions here.
Yes.
That we should be ecstatic.
We should be happy. But see, we a lot of people, and see, this could happen. Steele could buck under the pressure.
He could.
He could get his chance. You a coach. I know you saw that before. A guy fight hard to get a spot. Once he get a spot, he can't keep a spot. Then you got the guys like Dak that when they beat you out, they never look back.
Right.
We still got to see what Steele is.
Right. How will we know if you just gifted it back to Collins? How will we know? You don't know.
Right.
So let's see.
Because this is a pressure cooker on Steele too. Because Lee L is itching. He itching. His whole body language is saying, the moment y'all give me a chance, I'm going to destroy somebody.
Right. And it's still fold. We got Collins still there. So
Yep.
Calm down, y'all.
Calm down.
It's the best thing to do.
It's the best thing to do. Thank you, bro. Fantastic call. We got a super chat. Co-host with me if you don't mind. Co-host. Okay. This dude Tyrone Church said completion is, I think he mean competition. Competition is key for winning team. Collins is feeling like Tristan Hill. They hungry for the fight. I agree, bro. I agree. See, yeah. This is great coaching stuff that Mike McCarthy is doing, bro. This is great. See, for all the people that want Lyle to just get his job back, that's really, honestly, can I tell you what that is? That's good old boy stuff that we used to say we hate. We used to hate that Witten could just come out of retirement and then Schultz and them had to just stop their development.
Yep.
We used to hate that. Dallas is not serious about winning because Witten, he just gets the name. Now we finally getting real competition, and we don't want that either. What do y'all want? I think some people just like to fight it. I think some people just mad. Because when you finally getting what you've been asking for, say thank you.
It was, and also it was so many people who drugged that kid, early and when he got his opportunities, and that's why I started out with what happened to seeing people grow.
Ooh.
Man, come on, y'all. Well, oh, man, just have some patience sometimes, man. These kids, he got through. How did Steele even get the first opportunity, Dallas, if you don't mind?
You funny. You see, you funny, bro. The way that Steele got his first opportunity was because let me play it, okay? I'm gonna play exactly how Lyle got his first opportunity. Y'all just wait. I'm gonna set it up. Y'all give me 1 second. I gotta keep everything pretty. But I'm going to show y'all exactly how he got his first opportunity. I'm going to play it. You ain't going to hear it, and I'll let you know when it's done. This how it happened.
Okay. You want me to baby you here? You want me to mamby-pamby you
I'll tell
here?
you. Hold on.
That's not really what we do. And so I'm going to tell you the truth about the Dallas Cowboys and the short-term IR. It's a great rule that the NFL has instituted in a COVID-19 era, that instead of being on IR for 8 weeks, and instead of only 2 guys or 3 guys a year being able to come off it, now you can be on IR.
Hold on. I'm sorry.
For just 3 weeks, and then as many people that need to come back can come back, which is the way it should be. These players work for the team. They're being paid, and now they're healthy. Why is there a limit to how many I can bring back? It's nonsense, but that's fixed at least for now. So the 3 Cowboys that go on IR to start the season, Vento Bryant, the wide receiver. Special teamer, they can overcome that. Sean Lee, the linebacker. Not a starting linebacker, and you're playing the Rams here. They're going to play a lot of 3 wide receiver personnel, 11 personnel stuff. So how much was Sean Lee going to play in this game? And then Lyle Collins. Now, hopefully Sean Lee's thing is at worst a mild sports hernia, and you can be back in a few weeks from that. But what is Lyle Collins' real problem? The team wants you now to know, or maybe Lyle's agent wants you now to know, that it's a hip. It's a hip injury. And I'm not saying it's not. I wouldn't tell a player that he doesn't have an injury if his agent wants to say he has an injury. But Lyle Collins' problem is conditioning. He showed up here not ready. That's not a sin. It's not the worst thing in the world. This has been a COVID-19 off season, and if a guy sat around on the couch a little bit and ate bonbons and watched Netflix, hey, join the club. But that's the reality of why Lyle Collins got off to a slow start, began the summer on PUP, didn't practice for a long time, then finally at the end of last week did practice and then hurt his hip. You don't have to be a doctor to suggest that if you're practicing out of shape and trying to push yourself into shape, maybe that's when you hurt your hip. But let's not baby this situation by fibbing. Lyle Collins is a big man. He's an adult. He can take it. He came to camp out of shape, and that's a fact. And now has 3 weeks on Cowboys IR to work himself, hopefully, back into shape and get his hip right as well. Fish in Frisco, out.
All right. So you couldn't hear it, and what I did is I played Mike Fisher reporting before the Rams game why Lael was out and why Steele got his first start. It was because he came in camp out of shape, and he missed a lot of the prerequisites that get you prepared for the seasons. Then he started practicing late, and as a result hurt his hip, needed surgery, then was out a whole year. And that's how we saw Steele. Steele started off bad. His first 8 games was bad. Okay? Zach Martin was moved to right tackle. He was so bad. Coach Philman took that time to coach him up. His last 8 games was good. His last 5 was real good, to the point he didn't give up but only 5 pressures in his last 5 games. Then the season started this year. Lael was accused of something else. 5 more games to see Steele. Now he comes in, gives up 0 sacks in 5 games. He has less pressures than T. Smith, less sacks than Tyron Smith, same size as Tyron Smith, way younger than Tyron Smith, trending up faster at tackle than Lael and T. Smith was when they first played tackle. That's how he got his start.
And yeah, that's growth.
It's growth.
And it's understandable.
It's understandable.
You come in, undrafted free agent. We know how the culture of teams are. That man didn't probably think he was going to see the field, but had to be thrown in the hot water, and he stood it and he grew. That's life. So y'all, but see, we so quick to criticize and destroy people these days, boss, and turn them down and make quick snap judgments, and then on top of that, don't want to be wrong. And that's what we got still fighting.
Yeah.
You know.
But hey, man, first of all, thank you for the group that you have, because he was also somebody that was greatly beating the drum on steel. He wasn't half beating it. He was greatly beating it. And it was from a place of common sense. I have it here where you posted about us running to the right. Okay. And you put in there, we're going to move this. I can't find it. God dog, I can't find it. But it was that game where we was, okay, I'll find it later. But basically, it was your page, your group, where you posted the facts on all our running success was coming from running to the right behind steel. And you asked the question when it wasn't popular. Because see, now everybody know this is definitely moving. But when you posted this, it was not popular. A lot of people were scared to say it. But you came out in your group and you said, are we really going to move this guy? You was one of the first that I saw really beat the drum loud on this. Like, bro, this is not average what Steel is doing.
Right.
So I commend you for letting your voice matter and beating the drum for what, to me, is the right side of history and moving us closer to 6.
Right. And also his nastiness, you know, I recognize his violent approach to the run, how he run blocks, you know, his attitude. You know, remember, he the guy that picked the guy up off of Dak and slung him. You know, when the last time we seen that from our offensive line? Not some nice guys. We need that. You know, I saw a lot with Steele, you know, that I was like, well, we hadn't seen that since Eric Williams. You know, and I'm not saying he's Eric Williams. I'm not saying that. But I just, you know, I saw what I saw. And, you know, it's just I'm happy.
I'm happy
that we got a team now where we're rewarding hard work, no matter who you are.
Right. Hey, man, great call. Let me conclude, and then we'll talk. We're going to talk tomorrow. We're going to talk ball more, but let me conclude the show. All right, bro. Your voice definitely matters. All right, that was Anthony, y'all. So, this is what I want to say. We showed an epic amount of evidence tonight. The only people that will disagree with what we saying is people that never took the time to hear us out fully. That's it. The only thing about this channel is that it's not big enough yet. That's the only problem. Because people with bigger microphones can spread lies faster than people with smaller microphones that can spread the truth. So help us out by sharing, especially this particular show, because there are some very nasty narratives already being created on Steel by our own. We saw this with our own guy, Dak. His own fans attacked him harder than outsiders. My boy Dre say, that boy say, Dre, that boy say, put a name on it, boss. It's too many, bro. It's too many. It's a whole lot of people that I could name that are not playing this straight up. But I'm not going to name. Not now. But if that smoke come, trust me. Trust me. If somebody get out of line and start name calling boss, Boss go fire their ass up. Believe me. Believe me, because I'm watching how they shooting slugs. They doing the sly right now. It's real sly, slick stuff. It's deceptive. It's deceptive. It's knowing we telling the truth, but twisting our words. Twisting our motives. So, but I'm going to say this. Y'all know, because y'all saw it tonight. Y'all saw it. So the next time somebody say, still been needing help with Bosa, say, no, bro. I saw the film myself. And it was mostly one-on-ones, like 95% on an island by himself versus Bosa, like that one. Okay, like that one. Okay, and I can let it and listen. My film shows all the plays, not some, every one. Right. This is what I agree with you on this. He say, we all pull for the same team, bruh. Should be all love and have an ability to disagree. And yes, I definitely know you right, Dre. But I'm telling you, it ain't been played like that. It ain't been played like that. See, Dre, people taking this ideal that I've been talking about for 2 years, they said stuff like it's ridiculous, delusional, hard pass, Madden, all kind of adjectives that was unnecessary, all because it was clout chasing. Because everybody that was saying stuff like that know I'm smart. They know I'm thoughtful. You can disagree with somebody, Dre, but still say they made some points. And see, you know that is done in bad faith when they don't acknowledge the truth of everything that just came out the last 2 days. The only one that came out publicly was Big Game James. Big Game James, the only one. He said, Boss and the OC have been leading the charge on this. He said it out loud. Everybody else knew we was, but stayed quiet. But you could hear them talking about it. You could hear them referencing things we've said in a condescending way. Yeah, we should be a family. But I'm going to tell you, this is what I learned from this whole situation. We not. And everybody is not loyal to the Cowboys like they pretend to be. Because if you was loyal to the Cowboys and you heard this whole case, at least some of you should be like, I'm with you a little bit. You don't have to be with me 100%, but at least some of this presentation should have made you feel better. So if you came in thinking, oh man, it's hurting our team because we got a guy who constantly need help, and I show you, actually, he didn't. Then how does that not just say, well, you know what? I feel a little better about Steele. It might not work, but at least you showed me evidence that makes me feel better about his play. You showed me him in the run game. You showed me dominate. You showed him dominate in the passing game. You showed me multiple games, not just one game. You showed me the facts. You showed me what he said. You showed me that he came in out of shape. You showed me nothing but facts. So even though I disagree, I can kind of see your point of view. No, I don't get that. I get silence. I get people, they was, when they didn't come out and say Steele was starting, go look at the Twitter, because I just posted a Twitter and I said, hey, I'm tired of pretending that Steele with Liel at guard don't make this the best 5. My Twitter went off with everybody disagreeing. As soon as the news start coming out the next day, Mike McCarthy, Jerry, everybody starts speaking. Steele is going to stay. We looking at Liel at left guard. All those critics went quiet. And only 2 said, boss, you was right. So Dre, we not a family. That's a dream. I wish we all could be a family, but people don't play by the same rules. So if you play slick, I play slick. If you play fair, I play fair. If you talk with dignity, I talk with dignity. If you talk with respect, I disagree just as respectful as you disagree. So it is, but I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to keep pushing ideas that I believe make us better, because I got some new ones coming and I got new film coming. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to keep pushing these ideas that make us better. And some of them do get in the building, Dre. So just pray for the podcast community. Pray for the fans who get stubborn and all those people who wish death and injury on Dak just so they can say they was right about Liel. Just, hey man, we go send prayers to you guys that y'all get a healthy mind, because right now some of y'all minds are unhealthy. You worried about yourself and your pride and appearing right versus what's really best for this team. And so what they trying to do is they trying to make Mike McCarthy look like he punishing Liel, and they not holding Liel no way accountable for allowing Steele to play. But this is going to make a better Liel. And I want Mike McCarthy and Joe Philbin to continue to keep him hungry, because he already showed you that if he get a bag, he will come in out of shape. So keep him hungry. And this is something that I hope he remembers for the next 10 years. That he says, you know what? I can't get out of shape because it might be another Steele trying to get my job. So I'm thankful. So what you just saw is what we always try to represent, and that's loyalty. Okay? We say here all the time before we leave that we fight to be loyal, never devoted. Where we're going to tell you what we believe is right for the Cowboys to increase their chances to win 6. We're not going to cater to you. We're not going to tell you stuff that you want to hear just so that you can subscribe. We're going to tell you the truth on how we see it. We could be wrong, but if we don't think we're wrong, we go surely tell you, and we're not going to hold back. But that's actually being loyal to you. It's a lot of podcasters that's not. What they're doing is they're catering to you. They know some of y'all like Connor Williams, so they want to stay safe on their opinions on them. They know some of you like Liel, so they're safe and they're placating to you. The latter is telling you the truth, and that's what we are, and that's what we go be. We go stay loyal by constantly telling you the truth and only the truth.
Boss Cowboy Sports, where your voice matters. Boss Cowboy Sports.